The name of the game is Australian.
And welcome back to the MCG. Players completing their warm-up. Stuart Healy on the boundary tonight. Good evening, Jared, with the Mitsubishi Motors Ground Report.
Good on you, Peter, and it's a fantastic evening to be down here. The wind is swirling outside the ground. There's a little bit getting into the stadium, but no goal advantage because really it's only just a couple of gusts. The ground is in fantastic condition, very dry for this time of the year, so we should be in for a good exhibition of skills tonight. The forecast for mainly fine.
Okay, thanks, Stuart. And incidentally, a milestone tonight. Peter Cameron, only the 5th man in white to umpire 300 games. So congratulations to him tonight, with David Howlett there in the middle. Peter, who's now 41, he made his senior debut in 1977. He's umpired 19 finals, including 3 grand finals in 85, 86 and 88. And one of the more popular men in white, isn't he?
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to Jared. I think we've fixed that little problem down there. Who are you going for?
Well, I'm going to go for Carlton in a little bit of an upset. I think they have got the big guns to upset North Melbourne. I think the 4-day rest is a factor.
Thanks, Jared. Pete?
Yes, well, tough one. I'll go for North there, the form side, and I think that under lights, the ball will be on the ground a lot tonight, and they might have a little bit much pace for the Blues.
Don Scott.
And I'm sticking with North Melbourne. They're as Peter said, the form side. I was very impressed with them last week, and that the 5-day layoff between games won't make much of a difference to North.
Well, crowd coming to life now.
It's interesting, Alistair Clarkson's going onto the bench. I thought he might have had a tagging job. In the past weeks he's had Jarman and Liberatore. And there's Longmire, Silvani.
Good matchup. First quarter from the MCG. Peter Cameron's 300th game. North Melbourne going to the right, Carlton to the left in the opening term. Madden up high, first kick by Stevens, and it travels about 10 metres. Gee, it's pretty hard to get out of a very congested centre. Rock, an ineffective hand pass. There is a whistle. First free kick of the night.
Gee, they worked hard then, didn't they, Don?
Ramiro. Great to see him back after a knee reconstruction. Big mark down there, and that's to Longmire. There was some doubt that he'd take his place on the side, incurred a knee injury last week. John Longmire, great start for him. He's won the goal kicking 3 times at North Melbourne. Former best and fairest winner and a top mark.
And that'll give him a bit of confidence because he's not a great overhead mark. He usually takes them on the run.
Coming in for his 34th goal of the year, and he gets it. Great start, North.
Well, some interesting matchups there. I see Milam Hanna's got the job on the captain, Wayne Carey, at centre-half back. I thought Dorotich might have had that job, but here's the kick from Ramiro, and Longmire take the overhead mark. Ratton's picking up Ramiro. Schwash has got the job on Greg Williams. Matthew Larkin's got Gleeson. And Bradley is being picked up by Anthony Stevens. There they are in screen. Anthony Stevens, Craig Bradley. That's Ratton and Ramiro.
Yes, and the umpire letting it go on. That's good umpiring, as we see Schenko and Madden. The ball hits the deck. This is where North are pretty good in close. And how the umpire said that, he's going to bounce it.
Emergency umpire Pete still running out to Ratton and Ramiro. It's still going on behind play.
Well, North have certainly improved. There's the emergency umpire, but North have improved their form in these packed situations. They bore in there. There's a Schenko with the left hand. Now, Mark Roberts gets a kick in towards half forward. Peter German sets himself. Taken by Jose Ramiro. A quick kick down to McAdam. What will he do? He taps it back towards Longmire. Christo breaks away. Gets a quick hand pass, but then it's forced.
Free kick to Christo.
It's a free kick in the meantime to Angelo Christo. Now, he's got a huge job on McAdam, who's been a great player for North in that forward pocket this year. As Christo goes to the half-back line, the pack develops. It's a loose ball. Anthony Stevens with the job on Greg Williams. The kick to the half-forward line. Here's Rock tapping it on beautifully to German. German, the quick kick in towards half-forward. Straight under the legs of Elvin. He's good enough to go back and get it again, Tommy Elvin. He kicks to the half-back line.
No one there for Elvin. I think the boundary line was his target. Will it get there? No. Stops about a metre inside. Oh, Ramiro gets shirt-fronted. Nothing for that from the umpire. That was Gleeson who came at him.
And that's fair enough too. It was in the chest. Watch this. Gleeson coming in. There's no penalty. Look.
That's in the head.
Oh, no. Started on the chest.
It was hip and shoulder, of course.
Free kick to Carlton out of that exchange. And it will be taken by Madden.
If it was a hip and shoulder, I think he would have finished up over the fence.
Well, he did, didn't he? Madden's kick to centre wing in front of Spalding. Number 11 Archer. The two number 11s go at it. And Spalding knows this ground pretty well. After quite a few seasons with Melbourne, kicks to half forward. Ross Smith takes the mark. A real, I guess you could say, journeyman at North. Laidley. Kick to kick. Madden thumps it back. Two North Melbourne players collide. Schwass, who was one of those, gets his kick in. Hannah in the road. Having a particularly good season, Mill Hannah. Second of the club's best and fairest last year, Don.
Actually, there's an interesting matchup down on the forward line. Now, they're going to move it now. Archer was on Spalding. We saw Spalding just take the mark. The runner's gone out to Archer, so I think there's going to be a change. Maybe Fairley or Martin going on to Spalding.
Well, that kick from Ramiro is marked by Hannah. Hannah at halfback, a huge job for Mill and Hannah. He's playing on Carey. Now he gets himself into trouble here. Oh, this could be doubtful. But it's kicked away by Hogg. The centre of the ground. Stevens off the ground. Good thinking. When in doubt, soccer it. Laidley versus DeLilio. Laidley will make him earn every kick. One DeLilio grabs it. Oh, breaks the tackle. Handball. Out to Elvin. Elvin a quick kick on the left foot. In towards half forward. It's thumped away. Still a chance for DeLilio. Carlton going in hard. McKay is there. DeLilio to Elvin. Elvin, the chip pass is a good one. He's found Bradley 30 metres from goal. Now who's that down?
Scholl.
Let's have a look at Craig Scholl. As Craig Bradley. Well, Carlton worked very hard then, Don.
Good composure to spot Bradley by himself.
So Bradley, a vital cog in the Carlton machine. North kicked the first goal of the game through Longmire. A chance for Bradley to kick Carlton's first. The drop punt. It is close. It's a point. Just slightly to the right. Started to drift back, but not far enough. And there's Craig Scholl. He's up and about.
See what happened to him, Pete. Wrong place at the wrong time.
Going down on top of him.
This crowd building up all the time. Well in excess of 40,000 now. Trying to barge through. And Spalding off the ground. Kick came from Martin. There's no love lost out there in the clinches at the moment. Fraser Brown is the last to get up, handing the ball back to umpire Howard.
It's quite noticeable, Peter, that North Melbourne just keep the ball moving, soccer it off the ground, punch it towards goal, but they keep the thing going.
Schenko and Madden. Oh, Madden just about threw that out. McKay, tackled by German, ineffective. No place for the faint-hearted now. Scholl, who seems to have recovered from that, not quite okay. Good mark. No chance for the Blues to make something of this. Will Hannah, it was Ratton who took the grab. Out to the edge of the square. Williams, not Williams, it's Dorotich. Good tackle by Archer. All becoming just a little bit slippery in the dew. Hogg, Allison, great intercept. On a rock. Straight down the ground, looking for Longmire. Saldani right there with him. Taps it to McAdam beautifully. Snapshot, and he's got it. Great play, Johnny Longmire. And McAdam, who is so dangerous close to goal, kicks his 27th for the year. 2 goals to 1 behind.
Yes, that was very impressive, but it started around midfield. Here it was. That was Allison. They really do run and chase now and really put the pressure on. Allison started that with that intercept. But good play by Longmire, tapping it across to McAdam, who is deadly in front of goal.
Tremendous team play by North Melbourne. Puts them 11 points in front. Here's Schenko. Oh, tap straight to Bradley. On to McKay. Andrew McKay from 40 metres. Kicks at goal. Tremendous goal to the Blues. Great team play. Bradley intercepted at the centre bounce and topped off with a great goal to the South Australian. 5 points the margin.
Well, Sandy Roberts tells me he's the only decent thing that comes out of Lucendale, but this man here also comes from Lucendale, Andrew Mackay. And that's something Sandy Roberts couldn't do, kick the ball from 60 metres and straight through the centre.
Very quick reply to the Blues. McKay from Glenelg, another from the Geary medalist last year. Very important to get it out the centre. Diulio. Fraser Brown fumbles. Diulio again looks for a hand pass. Didn't go to a teammate. Ball still in limbo. Schwass is in there. So too is Williams. And we'll see a bounce. Pretty well on centre wing on the outer side. Schenko and Madden encircled the umpire. Madden gets front position. Stevens can't get clear. Ridden into the ground. Carlton free kick. Well, Williams.
See the harassment by North Melbourne. Terrific stuff.
Martin at the back. Can't take the mark. Pass Brown. Diulio. Archer. And we'll see a throw in 55 metres from goal. Carlton's right half forward flank.
Archer, we mentioned earlier, he's been shifted onto Dorotic. Had a little bit of a problem in height. He is giving away inches either to Dorotic, but he had Spalding earlier.
Heaver cannons into his opponent. Quick kick by Schwass. Punch away by Madden. Bradley looks for Williams. Two danger men.
And Williams is hurt too behind play.
You can see what happened there. Kernahan turns on a threepenny bit and kicks a goal. Steve Kernahan's first, Carlton second. Great start to this match. A point the difference in favour of the Blues.
So this is a good passage of play because the pressure North Melbourne puts on around the centre square. Williams got hurt in the exchange. Now here it is. Look at the quick reflection there. Look at the pressure from North Melbourne. There's Allison. Kernahan breaking the tackle fairly. And we've got a game here at the MCG. Point the difference.
Seems all right, Williams, Scotty, doesn't he?
Well, actually, Rock's got the job on Williams,
and
we saw exactly what happened there.
Stevens is on Bradley.
And Schwash had the job earlier. So where's Schwash gone? We've got to pick him up.
Well, Carlton are pointing in fact. Greg Williams is pretty outspoken that he thinks some of these tactics are unfair. Now, what's happening?
There'll be a free kick.
A free kick at centre half forward off the ball against Michael Martin to Spalding. Spalding, the long kick. This might be a goal. Long kick right through the middle. Beautiful kick by Earl Spalding. It's on. There's a big fight on at half forward. It's really on. A lot of feeling here. Look at this. They're coming from everywhere.
Well, we saw that. We got a terrific camera shot of that. Director Don.
Peter Cameron's just going to bounce the ball.
He's going to bounce the ball here.
That's fair enough.
Yeah. Why you go?
Enough.
Go on, Pete. Bounce it.
That breaks it up. You watch them break up as soon as the ball's bounced.
Good thinking by Peter Cameron. It's another kick, is it? Or what's happening?
No, he's a beaut. I think there's an abute. Might be an abute. That's Rock and Williams. In actual fact, it was Williams that started it.
Well, there's a bit of feeling out there. It's an important game for both clubs.
I'll tell you what, we forgot about Earl Spalding's kick. That'd be one of the best kicks for goal he's ever had.
No pressure on him, Peter.
So back to the centre, Diulio, who's been pretty busy. First game back, no mark taken. Martin off the ground, won't quite make the boundary line. Bradley tapping the ball in front of him, inside 50, goes for the hand pass. Carlton have the numbers. Spalding, Heaver gets taken down by Scholl. No free kick for it. Play on, says the umpire. Back to the edge of the square. Ratton applies a tackle, not good enough, and North Melbourne through German go to half forward.
Carey, good mark. Wayne Carey, now he's 2-on-2 down in the goal square. McAdam on the lead, the long kick by Carey. Longmire, Johnny Longmire, oh, great attempt to mark, not paid. Christo across the face of goal. Oh, he's given it straight to Roberts. Oh, don't tell me Roberts has kicked this. Thank you very much. Mark Roberts received the hand pass from the Carlton player, Angelo Christo, and has put it through on the left foot.
You couldn't believe that. All he had to do was go over the line, the goal line. Here's Christo, nearly a mark to Longmire, but look, Christo picked it up. Now all he had to do was go over the line. Now where was he trying to handball it? I think over Roberts' head, he just didn't quite get onto it. It's his first goal, and North Melbourne, 3 straight.
Well, what a start. 19 plays 18. Madden taps down. Nishenko. Long hand pass. Roberts, who kicked the last goal. Up the half forward. Hannah and Carey. German with the chance. Plenty of North Melbourne players there. Carey, Rock. 45 metres out, goes at goal. Longmire does the shepherding, but it goes through for only a minor score.
Tremendous shepherd there by Wayne Carey. Don, did you see that one? The hip and shoulder to allow Rock to get that kick.
So North Melbourne's first behind, and Steve Silvani to bring the ball back into play.
Schwash is by himself. He's not picking up anybody at the moment.
Well, here's the short kick in, and it's to Fraser Brown. Brown in the back pocket. This looks like developing into a great game now. Hannah getting away from Carey to centre wing, one-on-one. Bradley shoved out of it.
Good.
The
That's
umpires
good. I'm
said
glad the umpires are starting to pay this holding. It's
unfairly.
an ugly part of our game, and it's gone on for a long time undetected.
This is Craig Bradley, looking very dangerous early in the piece. In towards full forward, they're pushing and shoving up there. Gleeson went without it. Still burrowing in there, Gleeson. Good play. Out the big Justin. Justin Madden goes to ground. He locks it in and holding the ball. I knew the umpire was going to play that one. If you drag it under, if you drag the ball under you, you're gone for holding the ball. As Laidley, centre wing. Up goes Carey. Can't take it. There's Ramiro, a quick hand pass to Hogg. Hogg a hurry kick to half forward. No mark to Madden.
Free kick.
The umpire paid the advantage, and it didn't work to the advantage of Carlton. Bad luck with the Blues. Here's German. Quick hand pass. Stevens, they're working hard, North Melbourne. Here's Carey back with a flight. Will it sit? Oh, great play. Magnificent skill by Carey. He soccers it along the ground. Great play by the captain.
Having a fantastic year, Wayne Carey. His first half against Footscray probably will be one of the best 2 quarters of football you could ever see.
What about the way he traps this, Don?
But also he's been given a lot of latitude by Hannah. That's the second time it's gone down. Look how far Hannah is actually behind Carey. But he does do it well along the ground. He's doing well. He's the form centre half forward, and it's the most difficult position on the ground to play.
No doubt about that.
Carey's holding it. Tremendous form.
Rod Ashman and David Parkin looking on interestedly. That's a good duel. Rock and Williams, no love lost between that pair. Back to the centre, 25 plays 19. A top start to this match at the MCG. Allison dispossessed pretty quickly. Madden, Harry not wasting any time, tries for the spiral punt. Well, that's the way it turned out anyway. Dorotich didn't have the pace. Could have been a free kick down there for holding.
North Melbourne definitely quicker, aren't they? You can see that already.
Well, they're going in a little harder for the ball. They want the ball. They're changing their rovers. Rovers are Larkin and Ramiro.
Ross Smith. Roberts. Oh, great grab as he started in fine fettle. Back after a knee reconstruction. The refrigerator. Well, we call him the Esky now. He's lost quite a bit of weight. Carey again in front of Hannah. It's a danger spot for Carlton. Nishenko on his own. Yes, he's got it.
Now he's done a Madden, because that's what Madden normally does, and it really does put the pressure on the opposition if the ruckman drops back as he did on that occasion. Alex Oshenko, another born-again player. It's a matter of when these two big guys start going to the forward line, who gets the ascendancy.
The bandage department does a lot of work on him. Kicks all right. It's a goal. Nishenko's first. 5 goals to North, 5 different goal kickers.
Now, if he starts doing that, that means that Madden has got to pick him up the whole time. But if Madden, conversely, if Madden did the same, went down to his forward line, it means then that Oshenko has got to go with him. So it's especially important that one of these guys gets in front, or gets the points as far as drifting into the forward line and capitalising when they do drift down. And that was Oshenko's chance, and he made the most of it.
Peter Cameron to bounce the ball. 2 goals the margin. North Melbourne in front, and Wayne Carey getting quality possessions at the moment. Now that was Anthony Rock, the half forward again in front. North Melbourne. This is Larkin on the left foot. Carey sets himself. Up he goes. Thump the ground. At the bottom of the pack is Schwash. Onto the right foot. 1-on-1. Oh, almost a holding decision down there to Longmire. Taken away by Christo. The 2 lookalikes are down there playing alongside each other. Silvani, Hogg went without it. Silvani and Christo, the lookalikes. Here's one of them. Christo, gee, They're panicking down there, Carlton.
Oh,
he's gone another hand pass. He's found Ratton this time. Brent Ratton right out towards centre wing. Punched down, taken by Scholl. Good play that was by Michael Martin. Here's North Melbourne through Stevens. Oh, he's the only one who wanted that ball. Anthony Stevens kicks at goal. It floats and floats through for a behind, but Stevens desperately wanted that ball in.
What about Christo? Where was he going? Went everywhere except the right place.
Dennis Pagan looking on, and he'd be liking what he's seeing at the moment. He's got a committed bunch of players.
Pretty good forward line to back everything up. Silvani kicks in short. Oh, that's dangerous. Hogg might be able to do some tidying up work here. No, Ratton gives him backup support. Tap on by German, past Schwass. Now finally Ratton over to Fraser Brown. Heaver and Smith. Ball beats McKay over the boundary line. Throw-in will take place on the centre wing. And this crowd, I would reckon, probably around about the 50,000 mark now. 26-9.
Well,
handballs in the first
figure
quarter.
highly as far as handballs go anyway, but gee, they go in hard after the ball. Look, off the ground, just keep it moving.
At all costs. Silvani, is he on Carey now? He has certainly applied the tackle.
Good umpiring.
It's basically because Hannah was a bit loose. Hannah's now picking up Roberts, and we've got Sexton down on Longmire at full back.
Look at this, locked in. He had no chance to get rid of that, Wayne Carey.
Great tackle, just the same, wasn't it? Back to the action at half forward for North Melbourne. It's all Carlton, and the Blues get clear. Ball driven up towards, well, midfield. And again, plenty of Blues at the fore of the ball. Bradley, Spalding, kicked a beautiful goal early. Nice ball. Martin late on the scene. Will this be his second? Touched off the hands. Hoover couldn't make position. So 1-1 to Earl Spalding. 5-2 to 3-2. 12 points the difference. 10.5 minutes left in the first quarter, which has certainly been action-packed. And Ross Smith to bring the ball back into play.
Yes, and Ross Smith, you called him a journeyman earlier, and a good description of him, but he's been a terrific player for North Melbourne and having a fine year as he kicks it almost to the centre of the ground. Ashenko drops the mark. Mickey Martin, back it goes to Scholl. Scholl, a kick to half forward. Oh, North Melbourne a chance here, tapped over by Carey. Here's big Mark Roberts, gives it off to Ramiro. Ramiro straightens up and he drifts it to the right. He should have kicked that one. It was good teamwork, but Carey would be one of the best thinking footballers in the game. He does the right thing every time, Don.
Hannah moved already away from Carey. Marks in the back pocket. It's the same, having a great year, Mill Hannah. Madden and Ashenko again. Chance for Larkin with Bradley. Larkin gets there first. 3 years as captain. A hole. What a steal from Williams. And the 86 Brownlow medalist with a left foot. Centering kick. North Melbourne, two players collide.
No, that's all
Martin
right.
and Smith. Fairley. Spalding. Out in front. Diorio kicks the goal. Always dangerous close to goal, Ron Diorio. And getting his first for Carlton. 4-2 to 5-3.
Well, a lot of people will be critical of that clash between Martin. Watch this.
Certainly
Two North Melbourne players. You can say there's a lack of talking, but they've only got eyes for the ball. There's three of them. And they've only got eyes for the ball, and that's a dangerous situation because they're going hard at the ball, North Melbourne, and they're disregarding personal safety. Okay, it didn't come off that time. Carlton capitalised, but if they can keep that up around the ground, it's a wonderful sign.
So we're back in the centre. A terrific steal it was by Greg Williams too. And talking of it, oh, he put that on the ground. That could have been holding it. Now, taken away by Dean Laidley. Laidley to half forward, a chance for North Melbourne here. Hannah, oh, Carey back with the flight. Longmire on the left foot. Oh, which way will it bounce? It bounces. Oh, it's still in play, in fact, as Christo takes it to the line. And a bit of bad luck there for Johnny Longmire.
They wouldn't put Christo and Silvani together on the back line.
Well, they certainly do look alike. And oh, there's Carey and Madden. Madden taps it down. Christo again taps it to the line, but he's feeling the pressure down there, and there's plenty of it. The way North Melbourne belted down continually. He's only a young player. 10 AFL games. Carey doing the ruck work with Madden. It's tapped down, looking for Gleeson. They go in hard. McAdam, quick hands. Smothered, though, and eventually taken over the line by Matthew Hogg.
Adrian McAdam will remember this ground. He made his debut here against Richmond, had 10 kicks. Kicked 7-2 and 1 out of bounds. He couldn't get a better start to any league career. free kick here going Carlton's way. Be taken by Madden. Short pass.
Melbourne's got the job on Allison on the wing.
Melbourne's kick to centre wing. Fairly behind his opponent, Steve Kernahan. Gleeson nearly had his back to the play there, but turned around just in time to take the mark.
It was meant for Spalding, that kick.
So
Larkin's got the job now on Williams. Interesting. Larkin on Williams.
No mark taken. Stevens. Oh, a high kick. Yushenko and Madden. German. Schwass. Carey. Carey at left centre wing. As Don said, the informed centre half forward. He can kick this. 55 metres out, goes goal. It's too long for Longmire. He got a hand to it, but behind the line, and one behind. Kicked by the North Melbourne centre half forward Wayne Carey. His tally 1 goal 1.
He is a great player, Carey. He probably could have gone another bounce and just got in a little bit closer.
Sexton to bring the ball back.
He's a good, honest player, Michael Sexton. Number 14 for the Blues. There he is. He's usually given a stopping job each week. Play close to his man. Here's Madden. He's underneath it. They're all underneath it. Stevens races at it. Gets a quick kick along the ground of the half-forward line. Ramiro goes to ground. Now, Ratton comes in on top of him, and umpire David Howlett will bounce half-forward for North.
I mentioned about Alvin being on the wing. He seems to be now on the ball. He's down in the back line. Brett Allison is his opponent, but Hogg's now picking up Allison.
Well,
so the changes are coming
thick and fast.
All directions.
Madden trying to shepherd against Yushenko then. Eventually gets in the hand pass. That's Hogg versus Allison. Allison tries to get it his way. Here's Anthony Rocket. Good hand pass to Scholl. Scholl bombs it in long. One-on-one contest. Longmire. No mark. Taken by Fraser Brown. Back to Silvani. Silvani on the left foot around the boundary line. Now it's still in play. Gleeson takes it. Handball's in front. Then was grabbed by McAdam. So free kick to Gleeson. Smart play. Gleeson in front of the Melbourne members pavilion. And he's trying to get a 50-metre penalty. The umpire having none of that.
Nice try. Gleeson. About a 45-metre kick. And Yushenko. Then he runs into Rock as he gave him the hand pass. Rock having a terrific season. Longmire went for the big specky. And the advantage rule will be paid. Fraser Brown over Schwass. Onto Ratton. Ratton at centre half back. Ramiro giving chase. Won't catch him. Kick up towards midfield. Dorotic. Good grab. Bradley. Inside the square. Kicks to half forward. Kernahan!
If there's one criticism of the North Melbourne backline, it is small. They've only got Fairley and Martin of any size. And when you've got Archer, who's, you know, a 6-footer in the old terms, Laidley, Smith, not over-endowed with height.
Steve Kernahan for his second. 7 times has won the goal kicking at Carlton, and that's why. 2 goals to the captain. And we're talking about centre-half forwards, Wayne Carey in form, but I'll tell you what, I don't think I've ever seen Steve Kernahan play a bad game.
And here's the build-up. It was Dorotic who took the mark again. He's playing on Archer, and Archer not quite as tall as Dorotic. But in front is Kernahan. You don't have to be tall to take those type of marks. All you've got to do is play in front.
North Melbourne by 2 points. Justin Madden against Alex Yushenko. Centre bounce, very, very important. Madden with the left hand gets it down. Anthony Rock scouting the pack. Well done by the little rover. On the left foot, into Carey. Oh, gee, is he playing a game again? I don't know who they're going to put on him. Wayne Carey in towards full forward. The players set themselves. Roberts at the back. Punched on by... Oh, chance for Roberts. Hannah tried to punch. Roberts a goal. Hannah tried to punch it through for behind. He missed the ball. It became loose, Don. And then an easy goal to Mark Roberts.
Well, when you're hot, and this North Melbourne side is certainly red hot at the moment. Nothing can go wrong. The pack fly comes to ground, and Roberts by himself. Reasonably easy goal. That's his second, Mark Roberts.
And his second from a Carlton mistake, Don. The previous one was a hand pass from Christo that went straight to him.
Everything's just fanning out, but you've got to make your own luck in this game. They're going in pretty hard, North Melbourne.
2 goals to Mark Roberts. 11 kick for the first quarter. The Roos by 8 points. Top game, Bradley. Gee, can they keep this pace up? Laidley. That's a good kick distance-wise. Travels 55 metres. McAdam gets front posse. He's got backup support from Schwass. Gives it away. Hand pass. Carey takes the mark.
So it was interesting that when that ball went out the centre wing there, it was Schwass who got it, but there were 3 North Melbourne guys around the ball. No Carlton fellows at all. Again, an indication. I mentioned they've only got eyes for the ball. We saw the clash earlier at centre half back where 3 of them crashed in. It resulted in a Carlton goal. But if you keep running as they're doing, you've just got to win the ball.
What tremendous judgment by Carey then. Just sheer class.
Carey's kick 1-1. Kick number 6. And gets his second goal. 2 drops of rain too, falling 7-4 to 5-2.
Well, he's second in the AFL as far as marks go. He averaged between 9 and 10 marks a game. Stuart Lowe's in front. But here he is, Carey. That's his 4th mark for the night. Stabs at that.
Well, it is starting to rain. I think that'll favour North Melbourne too. We saw Carlton against Collingwood a few weeks back. When the rain came, Collingwood took it right away with their small men. Now here's Rowe. They want this ball. Look at North charging in. And you're right, Don. They're going in very hard. Particularly those centre bounces, little rock.
Oh, it's all around the ground.
Yeah.
And they're really running to put pressure on as far as tackling is concerned. They're making it very difficult for Carlton, and they'll make it very, very difficult for anyone who plays them if they continue this.
There's almost a free kick for holding then. It's paid, in fact, to Peter German. German, centre of the ground. He's looking quickly for Carey. Carey in front, punched away by Silvani, has now got the job. Here's Ramiro, taps it back. Silvani caught with it, almost threw it away. Back it comes to Rock from Larkin. Rock getting onto the right foot from 40 metres. He kicks it goal, Anthony Rock. Bad luck for the little rover, he's hit the post. That deserved a goal.
That's the second point for the night.
6 kicks too so far. No wonder he was rewarded with selection for the State of Origin squad. Big State of Origin series, of course, coming up shortly. Exclusive to 7. Christo taps it for Hannah. Shares some of his hair with him. Little Hannah from left half forward. For Kernahan. Certainly their best option up there in attack. Oh, bad hand pass. He doesn't give too many bad ones like that. Intended for Heaver. Brown kicks it out in front of goal. Pushing and shoving. Dorotich. Bradley. Well caught. Nearly a throw. Chance for Williams. Long hand pass. Madden looks for options. Not too many. Standing start kick to the front of the goal square. Kernahan outnumbered. Nearly Polak's down there.
Oh, he's hurt, I think, Ian Fairley. He is hurt. He copped it a heavy knock. Let's see what happens to him.
It's his
own teammate.
Michael Martin, knees and everything.
He's all right.
It's him and not me. Kernahan snaps. Not a score. Hit the post, I think. On behind. So a point to the Blues as the clock ticks down. 1.5 minutes left in the first term. Been a great quarter of football. North Melbourne with this triple-pronged attack doing particularly well. Ross Smith.
It's interesting, Peter, just harking back. Roberts has gone up onto the back line now. Martin going down to the forward line. So Martin, I think, will be picked up by Hannah, but Hannah hasn't woken up to what's going on.
Well, there's Zashenko with the back flip. Oh, Roberts runs into Mickey Martin. He's getting in the way of his teammates. A bad hand pass straight to Hannah. Hannah a quick kick. Kernahan at the back. Oh, did he take that? Magnificent attempt by the captain. Oh, he almost took that mark, Stephen Kernahan. Dorotich went without it. Here's a hand pass back to Laidley. Look at the pressure now, and a free kick will come back to half back for a high tackle on Dean Laidley.
Dorotich should have taken that ball. He had it all set up. All he had to do was keep running.
Look at Kernahan. Did he mark it? Oh, gee. He had it a long time. It looked like a mark, didn't it?
Long time in the replay.
Tremendous attempt to mark by Stephen Kernahan. Laidley to the half-forward line. Madden, the big arms go up. He plays on to Williams. On to Christo. I hesitate every time I see he and Silvani, who look twice. Centre wing off the ground by Stevens was great play. Ramiro, he went without it. Still a chance for Carlton. Here's Greg Williams. Wide hand pass. Matthew Hogg chips it in short. No mark to Kernahan. Michael Martin gives it back. Taken by Ross Smith. Smith to centre wing. Elvin at the back. Goes for the fist. Getting close towards quarter time, and they'll probably take it over. No, they don't. Yes, they do.
Actually, it's interesting to see where Christo is now. We know McAdam, the North Melbourne forward pocket, is a real goal sneak. He's vindicated that. There they are there. But they're right up near the centre square. Now, maybe that's a ploy by Carlton to get McAdam out of the goals, because if they can use Christo, it'll be to their advantage.
What a quarter of football. 12 goals kicked. North Melbourne in the ascendancy. 7-5-47, leading the Blues 5-3-33.
It's a bit wet now. I was going to say before the game, very dry down here, but now a little bit slippery, and that of course may impact on Carlton's team. They have gone with a fairly tall side again. They've presently got Dean and Welsh on the bench, so if the rain comes down they may end up a little bit heavy. But interesting to see the tactics of North Melbourne against their nemesis of the last few years, Greg Williams. They appear to be running a three-way tag on him: Swass, Rock and Larkin, changing at the 10-minute mark. So Greg Williams will be in for a hell of a night if he's to overcome those three. And the way he looks, he wants to keep his hands by his sides.
Thank you, Gerard. He's had 7 possessions so far. 14 points the difference in favour of North Melbourne as we begin the second term. Light rain still falling here at the MCG, so it's going to become a little bit slippery. Bradley up to half forward. Williams and Smith. Heaver flips it in front. Madden flips it to Brown. Gleeson, quick kick. It's going to be hard to mark now. Oh, that's a great grab, Dorotic. Didn't he pay it? Kernahan with a snap. And Archer punches the ball out of bounds. Was that a mark, Pete?
I'm with you. It looked a mark, didn't it?
From
It
Dorotic,
certainly
thought
looked a... That's a mark, wasn't it? He's got
Well,
it.
I thought he had control of
Oh,
it, and it's just when he was going to ground it spilled
And a
out,
slip-
but I definitely think he had control
A
of it.
slippery ball. You think you would have paid it.
Kernahan knocks it to the back. DiUlio gets quickly collared by Schwass. Brown tries to get it out from underneath him. No free kick being paid by umpire David Howlett, and we'll see a ball up only about 15 metres from goal.
Peter Cameron, 300 AFL games, or VFL then AFL. Now here's North Melbourne. Ross Smith to the half back line. A chance here for Tommy Elvin. A quick hand pass to Williams, the dangerous Greg Williams. On the left foot, in towards full forward. Dorotic in front. It's over the back. Socked off the ground by Gleeson. He couldn't pick it up, and over the line it goes. Throw in forward pocket. It's going to be difficult for the players. Don, a slippery ball.
Well, you know, if it's going to become slippery, it'll slide off the ground, so it's important you get your body directly behind it.
Over the back, it's thumped with the left hand. Fraser Brown tries to get it in. DiUlio around the corner in front of goal. He's hooked it slightly, and it rolls over the line for one behind. There's Ron DiUlio back in the Carlton side. They trail by 13 points.
Always pretty dangerous close to goal. Ross Smith to kick in for North.
Yes, Carlton have got the outriders. Group of North Melbourne players in the centre now. The break comes.
A big pack over there. Mark taken. Gleeson spins into DiUlio actually. Brown. Ball pretty slippery.
Didn't put his body behind it, Peter.
Stevens. Quick kick. Got a mark. Well, Peter Cameron's paid it.
You can tag him all you like.
Yep.
He still ends up getting the ball, doesn't
He
he?
started this quarter better than he started the first, and he still had 7 possessions. And I was about to say he had a quiet first term. I guess by his standards he did. Kernahan.
Magnificent kick. I reckon that's a set play, that one, Don, where Williams pretends to kick out to the right and Kernahan ducks to the left.
He's definitely hooked that ball, hasn't he? Again, bad marking by North Melbourne.
But you wouldn't want to lead purposely towards the boundary line to make the angle too acute for yourself, though, would you?
No, it was a 45-degree angle. It's okay.
He's kicked 2-1 so far, Steve Kernahan. Awkward looking kick off the boot. Dorotic this time should and would be paid the mark.
Well, it was a bad kick off the boot. It was called. Just didn't hit it right. But a valuable lesson for anybody or youngsters looking in. Keep your body between the ball and your opponent, and he was in front, and Archer having a bit of trouble getting around the bigger Dorotic.
One of the veterans, certainly in the Carlton side, John Dorotic. He's played in 1986. Coming from the west, kicks it goal, hooks it through for full points his first. 7-5 to 6-4, 7 points the difference in favour of North.
Well, it's been all North all Carlton this quarter. Admittedly, there's only, what, 8 minutes gone, but they certainly have controlled the ball. Just haven't capitalised on the scoreboard. The awkward kick from Kernahan. Gee, he's had some big jobs, hasn't he, Archer, in recent weeks. He had Modra last week. He's got big fellows this week.
Good start to the second quarter for the Blues. They trail now by 7 points. There's Williams again with a socket off the ground. Schwass is there and Stevens. Schwass tries to kick it. Off the ground by Scholl. Now it's Ratton. He's got plenty of North Melbourne players there, though, and he did that very easily. Craig Scholl into half forward. Keary and Silvani. Holding decision. It will go to Keary. Steve Silvani does hang on a lot. And is that 50?
Yeah,
that could have been very dangerous, that. Wayne Keary from 65 metres. He went for a torpedo punt. It'll float over the back. Longmire.
Now that's a push in the back.
Push in the back. Umpire under that. And
I'm glad to see the umpire starting to penalise this. Last week at Carlton, Collingwood Hawthorn, a lot of it went by and the umpire saw it but didn't pay it.
Well, here's Hannah. I know what you're referring to, Don. With Dunstall, I don't agree with you. Centre wing, as we see, knocked away by Bradley. Bradley on the left foot. Good play by Bradley.
Now there's holding.
That was holding. No doubt about that one. Is the advantage? No. It's got to come back to Dorotich, and I agree with you on that one. He was definitely being held.
I think the umpires have had it always. Abusive
and
language.
He's reported him obviously for abusive language. He's not happy, Glenn Archer.
A lot of these players don't know how to use their body.
Well, let's have a look.
There was a holding initially but then the umpire could only see the arm of Archer around Dorotich.
Now,
but Dorotich
was holding him.
Exactly right.
Yep.
But from where the umpire was, he didn't see it.
They both hold. I think Dorotich put the right arm back, and the umpire saw Archer's
but all
left
players are guilty, and as soon as they start, weeding that out, it's an ugly part of our game.
Carlton starting really well in the second term. John Dorotich for his second in about 3 minutes. There's the kick. He floats it to the left, and he has missed. The North Melbourne supporters very happy, but unfortunately young Glenn Archer's had his number taken, obviously for abuse.
Well, Malcolm Blight would call it a learning experience, wouldn't he? You don't abuse an umpire who's umpired 300 games.
Well, you can, as long as you pick your words in the right way.
Obviously, he didn't, Don.
Obviously, you did, Don, in your career.
I only got caught once or twice for abusive language.
Fairly off the ground. Schwass. Allison, good turn of speed at right centre wing, puts North back into attack. They need something to spark them into this second quarter. Roberts, they can raffle this. Longmire, 20 metres out, directly in front, snaps it goal. That looks pretty good, he's got it. Longmire becomes the third North Melbourne player tonight to get 8-5 to 6-5 at the G.
Well, what they're doing is hitting the ball on direction of goal. Watch Roberts. He's in a bit of trouble. There it is. He gets in. Look, he just hit that blindly towards goal. And the guys, it's obviously when they get in a situation, they run forward as they're doing. They know the ball's going to either come out on the ground by foot or hand, and that was a hand pass.
North Melbourne by 12 points. There's Madden. Well, Lashenko won that one towards German. Now, German a quick kick. That was good play to get it moving. Here's Andrew McKay. He's caught. Nearly through that one. Socket off the ground. It's Rock racing at it. There could have been a free kick to Elvin.
Yes.
There was a holding decision. Good umpiring.
Well done by Elvin. Also well done by Elvin because Rock had the drop.
So Elvin to the half-forward line. Fairley back with the fly.
Fairley was holding.
Now it's a mark paid actually to Spalding in the end. Earl Spalding on the left foot in towards full forward. Kernahan at the back. Thumped away. They race in after it. Knocked on by Stevens. They come in hard after it. Elvin, was he grabbed? Spalding, a quick kick. A chance for the Blues. Racing at it is Dorotich, but it beat him over the line for 1 point.
It was out of bounds.
Just snuck in, I think.
53 to 42. Light rain still falling. She's spot on with the weather forecast. Showers were predicted by the Melbourne Weather Bureau, and round about this time of the evening too. Hasn't stopped a big crowd though turning out, probably close to 50,000. Second versus 10th. Yashenko could have marked it, should have marked it. Madden, awkward looking kick. Only travels about 30 metres. Heaver and Brown. Quick hand pass, back to Heaver. Gets shirt-fronted by Smith. Archer, who's had his number taken for abusive language. Williams overruns it. Chance for the Blues through McKay. Kicks into the man on the mark. Ball rebounds close to the boundary line. Schwass gives it to Rock. Carey behind. Silvani at the edge of the square. Ramiro in pursuit. Gleeson, knock on. Christo up towards midfield. Now a chance for the Blues. This is Holt, decides to go for a bounce. Larkin in pursuit. Just outside 50. Straight down the ground. One-on-one duel. No mark taken. Scholl, Brown, off the ground. Fraser Brown.
Oh, he's missed it.
Now he's got it. He nearly did a Perce Jones and kicked the goalpost, but he didn't. 8-5 to 7-6.
Well, they rebounded that from half-back line, Carlton. Heaver just being pushed out of it, but here's Brown. Missed the first one and just got the second. Lucky his foot not to be over the line.
Five points the margin. North Melbourne lead. They can't shake off the Blues. They're fighting hard. Carlton. There's Anthony Rock to the half-forward line. Carey, look at that. The push out.
He pushed him out.
Push in the back against Carey on Silvani.
Now, Rock has been picked up, or Williams has been picked up by Rock. This is what they did in the first quarter.
Silvani to the wide open spaces. Will it sit for Matthew Hogg? It will. He goes back inside to McKay. McKay brought down. Still going on Andrew McKay. Here's Williams. Now Bradley. Chance for the Blues. Matthew Hogg centres it. Well done by Hogg. Up they go. They go in hard after it. It's tapped on. Kernahan off the ground for a goal. Great play, Carlton.
Kernahan's third.
The Blues have hit the front. Would you believe it? What a game.
His third, the captain. But they've controlled most of this, the second quarter, Carlton. Now they're starting to capitalise on the scoreboard. But look at the endeavour by Schwash. He went after. Look, again he went after. Stevens chasing. That's a hallmark of this side. North Melbourne. And now the ball spills out. A little difficult to handle because of the breezy conditions. Light rain falling here at the MCG.
Well, back to the centre. Kernahan with three. Carlton making a charge. Ramiro up the half forward. Silvani takes the mark. And Carlton, well, they're playing like a team possessed at the moment, aren't they? They're really lifted. Obviously the tongue lashing by David Parkin at quarter time has worked. Christo's kicked to half forward. Laidley, Ramiro, Stevens. Just off the edge of the square, the kick. One-on-one duel. Larkin with Ratton. Larkin gets there first. Carey. Not a good pass. McAdam's been quiet. What can he do with this? Makes every kick count. He's made that one count. He's got his second.
He is quite amazing, isn't he, McAdam?
9-5 to 8-6.
My word. Doesn't get many opportunities, but boy, does he make it hurt when he does get a chance at goal. Carey along the ground. Now again, McAdam playing up the ground. We know Christo's up there. They're trying to get him away. Carlton from the goal, I suppose. He's right up on that 50-metre line.
Well, you'd think McAdam's been quiet, but he's kicked two.
From two kicks.
Amazing. 59 to 54. The North come forward
that should
again.
have been a free kick to Yashenko.
Oh, look at North going in hard there. Kicked into McAdam again. McAdam up the ground. In towards the pocket. They race back after it. Was that a holding? No.
No. Roberts used his body well on Hannah then. No arms, just the body.
Mark Roberts thought it was. The umpires thought it wasn't. Let's have a look.
Just before that, he nudged him out.
No, I think the umpire did right there. As we see Carey doing the ruck work, but that big arm of Justin Madden comes over the top and thumps it over the line. Carey having plenty to say down there. The captain of North Melbourne, a young captain, he almost grabbed that. Ramiro in after it. Now Silvani. Silvani bumped off the ball. Adrian Gleeson. Back it comes to Silvani. Carlton do it brilliantly out of defence to Hannah. And the crowd lifts as Hannah brings it in towards the half-forward line. It's thumped back. Good play by Archer. Wow, magnificent punch that was. On to Peter German. To the half-forward line, the big fist goes up. It's all Carlton at the bottom of the pack. This is Rondolilio. On to Elvin. Elvin to the half-forward line. Could have been almost against Dorotich. Racing in after it is Hogg. Oh, high tackle on Hogg. No free kick. On they go. Bradley lets it go to ground. Oh, they worked hard there.
Players in.
Rock, Allison. Now Stevens, the little men doing well as it kicked in. Carey and Silvani drops the mark. Danger here as it comes back to Ratton.
Ratton's kick up towards the edge of the square. Oh, right back to Rock. 1, 2, 3, the juggle. Smith to half forward. Was there interference there? Madden. And Silvani comes away again to Bradley. Thought about Sexton. Now goes for him. Oh, he's fumbled. Ashenko put the block in. Now Stevens back to Ashenko. So a turnover. Ramiro, who had a great first quarter. Dual North. Carey mark or free kick.
Now there was use of the body.
Doesn't matter whether it's a mark or free kick. It's a Carey ball.
And he kept his eyes on it the whole way.
Just watch this. Watch this. Oh, we just missed it. The way he used his body. That's the way you use your body in going for the ball.
Wayne Carey's kicked 2 goals, 1. North Melbourne captain, the youngest captain in the competition.
Now see how he just used the body there and went off. That is the way you use the body. None of this hand stuff.
Dead right, Don. Hip and shoulder, wasn't it?
Hip and shoulder. There was just hips.
Yeah, hips and shoulders into him.
Kick number 9 is a goal. Well, both captains have kicked 3. Carey 3-1, Steve Kernahan 3-1, 10-5 to 8-6. What a game of footy.
Now here's the mark coming again. We might get there. Watch it. There's the turnover. It's midfield. Not a good kick by Ramiro, but watch the way Carey uses. Hold it. Look, off there. That's the way you do it.
Yep. North Melbourne sneak away again, this time by 11 points. Oh, look, they wanted that then too. German and Rock, they've got it. A quick hand pass by Rock. He's looking for Ashenko. Off the ground, Ashenko to the pocket. Racing after it is Michael Sexton. He brings it around the boundary line. This will favour North Melbourne here. This is Stevens. Oh, a wild hand pass. Still in play. Brett Scholl gets it back there. Craig Scholl, I should say. In towards half forward. Over the back. It's stumped the ground by Ratton. Or McAdam almost got it. They're still going in after it. The danger man, Carey. A wide hand pass. Oh, Rock desperately gets it to Laidley. Terrific play by Little Rock. In towards the pocket. They race back after it. Roberts tries to flick it over the back. Schwass gets it back. Almost a free kick to Longmire in the back. And John Longmire will take this kick. You cannot jump into a man's back who's on the ground. Oh, right over him. A bit crude by Andrew McKay. And John Longmire has kicked 2. We've got a very good
Anthony
forward
Rock doesn't look too good. He's on the 50-metre line at centre half forward, Peter. He looks like in a bit of agony. The hands up around the head. He's limping. Now hands on hip. He doesn't look too flash.
Johnny Longmire, normally a pretty good kick for goal. It starts to swing back across the face. Still a chance for North Melbourne. It's brought back in by Larkin. That was magnificent play by Larkin. He looked out of the corner of his eye. Terrific vision.
My word. Normally you go for goal, but he couldn't go for goal. So he's brought it back up the ground. Look, well done, Matthew Larkin. And German, a magnificent kick of the ball on the run for goal.
This is close. He might have missed this, or did he sneak it in?
Isn't that funny how he can let them go from 50 metres on the run? Not a problem, but when he gets near goal, a set shot.
Ooh. 2 goals the most. Anthony Rock's making Greg Williams earn a kick.
Yeah, but Williams was still stood on his toe.
It doesn't matter these days. They've got those those rubber stops.
Yeah, but they also haven't got hard toes.
Milhana. And then Rock at the back of the pack. Brown slaps it down. Ramiro using his soccer skills to good effect. Kicks to half forward. No mark taken. Ratton knocks it down to Hogg. Gleeson on to Brown. Fraser Brown's kick intended probably for Bradley.
Pushing the back, Pete.
Free kick going Carlton's way, or is it North?
North against Dorotich.
Scholl will take the free. No, it's going to Archer. He had his number taken for abusive language against Peter Cameron. Madden got high, couldn't complete the mark. Hand pass comes out in the direction of Hogg and Alvin. It's Alvin finally with the kick, but he's kicked it straight to Ian Fairley. He got met pretty solidly by Michael Martin the first quarter. He seems to have recovered from that. It'll be a mark.
Is that 50?
No.
She had two options in on either side of the ground, Pete.
Ramiro straight down the centre of the ground. And two North Melbourne players fly. Long mark, couldn't take it. Neither could Roberts. German shuffled out the back. Alvin. Quick kick. No other option except to go for the boundary line. Three North Melbourne players race for it, but it will be a boundary throw-in just outside 50.
Heaver coming off. Peter Dean coming on. Dean will go down the back line for Carlton. There he is.
Interesting to see who he picks up. Carey perhaps, maybe even Longmire. Very solid player, Peter Dean.
And actually, it's ironic, but North Melbourne were very interested in getting him across as a leader in pre-season this year. Peter Dean. He's gone down and picked up Mark Roberts. Mel Hanna is now coming up onto the forward line. He'll be picked up by Ross Smith.
Madden and Ashengo. Madden just about had his head on Ashengo's chest then. If you can imagine it. Bradley. Kick around the boundary line. That'll be out of bounds. It bounces out just next to the interchange area for a throw.
Free kick behind the play here. Now who's it going to? It's against Bradley.
It's a booking.
And the umpire Peter Cameron pointed below the knee. Now whatever that means I don't know. For a trip or something, but it's a report.
Might be kicking.
Well, he pointed for below the knee. I saw that.
Got a busy
and
night,
Craig
Peter
Bradley,
Cameron.
you can't believe it, but Peter Cameron umpiring very
Well,
very
the umpires are right on the ball tonight. They're picking up a lot of things
excellent.
behind play, and that's what the two umpire thing's all about.
Well, Peter Cameron definitely, without a doubt, one of the best umpires we've had in AFL football, of course. 300 games proves that. He doesn't miss much, Peter.
He was only about a couple of metres away from whatever happened. I didn't see it.
It was well behind the play up in that half-forward line. Now here's Madden with the big fist over the back. Ramiro racing back after it, but definitely in the book, Craig Bradley.
Bradley and Archer have an appointment.
So Matthew Larkin looks as though he's having a turn on Greg Williams. Interesting coaching that by Pagan. Now put on the ground by Hanna. Brought back by Ross Smith. Pushing and shoving going on. McAdam. Oh, don't tell me McAdam's kicked this.
He has. What a goal.
What a goal. Sensational play by Adrian McAdam.
His third. And certainly the most spectacular. The Pele would have been proud of
Have
this.
a look at this, Don.
Well, he's only had 4 kicks for the game. 3 of them have been goals. But look at the tackle by North Melbourne to get rid of Hanna. Here's McAdam pushing. Maybe that.
Oh, unbelievable. He's got class. He's certainly got class.
So back to the centre, Adrian McAdam with a spectacular goal. Free kick in the back.
North getting on top, Don.
Yes, well, Carlton were going early, weren't they? But now North Melbourne are foot back.
They have Carlton playing well in the first part of the quarter. Rock kicks to half forward. McKay, has he taken that? I think so. In front of Schwass.
He might reverse this. No. Shoved him in the face.
And McKay. Straight down the ground, one-on-one duel. Larkin tries to spoil. Couldn't do. Oh, gee, was that high? Laidley did well to ride the bump. German, nearly a fumble.
Tommy Alvin hurt himself after that clash with Laidley.
Stevens at left half forward, goes for goal, and has kicked the corner. What a ripper. Well, you're talking about Peter German's skill on the run. You won't see anything better than that. 12-6 to 8-6.
Well, again, that started at half back, the way that Laidley went in after the ball. Here it is here. Watch Laidley. Straight for the ball. And Tommy Alvin's gone off after that clash. That's where it started from. And here's Stevens getting involved. The ball spills out. They just pushed that down to the 50-metre line. There was only one handball involved. The rest was just pushing it forward.
So we go back to the centre. 4 goals the margin. Important 8 minutes of play coming up to half-time. Oh, Williams gets it to Bradley. Bradley under pressure. A wild hand pass. He had no alternative. Here's a chance for Heaver. He receives from Kernahan, and Heaver has put it through for a great goal. Well done to the Blues to come back like that. Good hand pass by the captain. 3 goals the margin.
Heaver's just come back onto the ground. He was replaced earlier in the second quarter, but he's replaced Elvin, who went off earlier. They've worked this down the centre corridor. North Melbourne again had the numbers, but Kernahan got it quickly across to Heaver. Normally a right foot kick. He must have just snuck that in, Brett Heaver.
Former Melbourne player, Brent Heaver. And Steve Kernahan's got 3 and will put him down for an assist in that one. 78 plays 60, 18 points the difference. Schwash has it kicked away from him, back to Williams. Williams to Bradley. Gee, how many times do they combine during the course of a match? Diulio overruns it. Bradley back to Heaver. Around Roberts. Again with the left foot. Allison up high, couldn't take it. Hogg with Allison. Nearly threw it out to Brown. They're going backwards, back to Heaver. He'll have a shot, this time with the right foot. Doesn't bounce too kindly for Gleeson. And North players there will be content to see it out of bounds, or is it a behind? Now it's the former. It'll be thrown back into play right next to the behind post. Let's go down to Gerard Healy. News on Tommy Alvin.
Yes, cork thigh on a collision a couple of minutes ago. Possibly will get back on.
And Brown tries to go off the ground. Dorotic tries to give a hand pass. Back to Brown. There is a whistle.
No, there's a throw, I think, by Dorotic.
And 50, I think. 50
right.
metres.
Yes, 50 metres.
I think that's a bit tough. There's Dorotic getting it out. That was deemed as a throw. Because Carlton played on, a 50-metre penalty being applied.
So Scholl to take the free kick for North.
Great shoulder there, half forward. Up goes Kernahan. Must be playing on the ball now, Steve Kernahan. Williams to Andrew McKay. He's a very impressive player. In towards the pocket. Dorotic using the body. A great mark, John Dorotic. A strong mark. Just a bit too big for him.
Well, they are. They've got a lot of big fellows down on that forward line. North really haven't got big defenders. I mentioned that earlier. Probably Fairley and Martin are their biggest. Fairley's not over tall.
I honestly believe John Dorotic plays his best football at full forward.
Then again, North Melbourne have got the runs on the board at the moment, haven't they? So that back line holding up.
John Dorotic. Oh, he's kicked it. He stubbed his foot in the ground. Oh, what a shocking mistake. An easy shot at goal. Mark dropped. Umpire calls play on. Williams gets it to Bradley. Who would have believed that? Williams back to Hannah. He stubbed his foot in the ground, John Dorotic, from 30 metres. Here they come again, Carlton. Hannah in towards full forward. Dorotic a chance to make amends. It stopped the ground. Free kick to North Melbourne.
That's a terrific mark.
Was a mark, was it, Don?
That's Fairley.
Great mark by Fairley. Fairley to the half-back line, and the pack develops again. It's a loose ball with Larkin. Larkin to Allison. Allison with pace. Allison in towards full forward. Longmire used his body beautifully. The danger man's got it. Wayne Carey dodging, bouncing, hooks it back in front of goal. McAdam, was he held?
He was being held. McAdam remonstrating with the umpire. 12-7 to 9-6.
And Carey, when he gets his hands on that ball, look out.
That's his first blemish for the night.
John Dorotic, I've got an idea. Didn't he do this?
I think he's
kicking in from full back at one stage a couple of weeks back.
He did. I can recall it. And they got a goal out of it.
That's right.
Out at Waverley one day.
He gave away a free kick.
Might have been against St Kilda.
Shortly afterwards. It was against St Kilda, that's right. And then Hannah, at right centre wing, takes the mark. Carlton would love some goals before half-time. 4.5 minutes left. It's a high kick, real up and under job. Punched away by Archer. McKay and German. McKay wins out.
Not a bad player, this fella.
He's done well. What I've seen of him is Schenko in front. Can't complete the mark. Opportunity again for Fairley. A little chip shot out towards centre wing.
She's quick, McKay.
McKay, well, I was going to say beats him to it. Perhaps he would have beat him to it, but the boundary line was too close. So a throw in on centre wing. Already kicked one goal, McKay, so far. And up in the McGeary last year in Adelaide. Schenko and Madden have had a great duel. Ramiro. Wobbly kick off the boot up towards half forward. Carey.
Oh,
He trips himself up. Went over Sexton. Not holding the ball. Dean, a quick kick. Robertson, Christo. And the ball this time is over the boundary line. As the light rain starts to fall again.
That's the way Carey went in after that.
They're pretty desperate, North Melbourne. They really are applying the pressure to Carlton.
And a great tackle by McAdam too. Now, here's Sexton. Out wide. Larkin at the back. Williams at the front. Fraser Brown there on the left foot. He can't get his boot to it, so it'll be a throw-in out there at centre wing. We have just over 3 minutes to half-time. A vital 3 minutes for Carlton. They could really do with at least one goal before the break. They wouldn't want to go in 3 goals down. There's Madden. Scholl. Oh, he did that very easily, Scholl. To the half-forward line. Will it sit for Allison? He waits. He gets onto the left foot. Brett Allison in towards half-forward. Up they go. Longmire. The ball hits the deck. Schwass trying to weave through the pack. Umpire says too high. Free kick to Schwass. And Silvani does not like it at all. But look at the blood coming out of below the eye of Steve Silvani. Look at this now. Was it high? Oh, the arm slipped up to the shoulder.
Was there.
Well, what do you think, Don?
Just looking at the byplay that goes on after that between Schwass and Silvani. Just didn't capture it.
Well, Schwass will kick from 40 metres out directly in front. A vital kick coming up. Getting close to half-time. As he runs in, Wayne Schwass. It's a wobbly kick. It might clear the pack. It's a goal. North kick clear. So 13-7 plays 9-6. Wayne Schwass. Let's have a look at it again, this free kick.
This is probably where Silvani copped the eye. And really, if they're fair dinkum, he's got to go off the ground and stop that blood flow, Silvani. I know it's left at the discretion of the doctors as to whether a player goes off, but in all other sports, they've got the blood bin in rugby league. They haven't got it here.
It's under 2 minutes left before half-time. 25 points the difference. Gleeson out of the centre for Carlton. Dorotic. Archer, good tackle. Gleeson again. And the ball spills free. Laidley at centre half back. The former West Australian Dean gets beaten by the bounce. Ramiro takes it from Carey. Centering kick, one-on-one duel. Sexton looking for the free kick. Longmire, German, Mackay. The ball still in play. German with a snapshot. That'll be a miraculous goal if in fact it is one. It's one behind. Kicked by Peter German. He's second for the night. 86-60, a difference of 26 points. And Sexton to bring the ball back. Looks for Hannah. Pretty close to the boundary line. Neat side step. Make that 2. And that's a good kick. Target is Earl Spalding.
The umpires are right onto it, aren't they? They're paying those holding infringements, and a lot of players do it before they go for the ball.
Spalding, who kicked a beautiful goal in the first quarter, noted for his goal-kicking prowess. It was just after that that big blue erupted. A little bit gloss off his kick. Dorotic can't keep the ball in play. Conditions still pretty greasy after that rain, which is still falling. It's of nuisance value, certainly. There's not too many umbrellas out there in the crowd, but it is damp underfoot, certainly, and the ball rather greasy. Larkin, from a standing start, kicks to the edge of the square.
Centre wing, the bounce, favours Peter Dean. Dean to the half-forward line.
Well done.
Time to score a goal here if they're good enough. But North working hard. Free kick, too high. Which way's it going? It's going the way of Carlton.
Dora got one in the mouth, didn't he?
And let's hope John Dorotic kicks better. What he did before, let's see this. Oh, too high, definitely against Anthony Stevens. The umpires, David Howlett and Peter Cameron, have not missed much tonight. He'll kick from 50 or just inside. Dorotic, they need a mark, but the time will beat them. A great half of football here at the MCG. A tough, tenacious, there's John Dorotic hanging his head. A tough, tenacious North Melbourne side, Don.
Oh, and they're going, as you mentioned, tough, tenacious. They're interested in the ball. There's nothing pretty about the way they go about it. They create, they push it on towards goal. There's Kerry. He's prepared to run straight at the ball. He's leading Silvani on occasions. Christo there's got a real job on McAdam. But I'm very, very, very impressed with North Melbourne. They're doing it exceptionally well. As we see there, the score at half-time, 13-8, 86 North Melbourne. Carlton 9-6, 60.
The name of the game is Australian.
And not a particularly nice sight if you're a Tommy Elvin fan, as one of the Carlton veterans limps towards the boundary line. I don't think another veteran down there is too happy either. Jared, have you got a brogger yet?
I haven't got one, but I have found a pretty good spot to be. Yes, Tom Elvin under that dressing gown has his left knee heavily bandaged. So despite what I was told about the cork thigh, it looks to be a little bit worse than that, and one would be surprised if he came back onto the ground, which really will make it even more difficult for Carlton, because with this heavy rain shower that we've had throughout the half-time break, Carlton's height is going to become their Achilles heel. Often it's their strength, but tonight I'm afraid I think it will be one of the factors in their loss. You must take your hat off to Dennis Pagan, though, the way he's turned this North Melbourne side around. He, more than any, has been the key factor to North Melbourne's resurgence and perhaps even their continuation as a club in the AFL. Matthew Rock, I thought he had a pretty good second quarter, did quite well in his 10-minute spell on Greg Williams. Had about 9 possessions for the quarter, I think, but he does appear slightly injured. So we'll just have to keep a check on him. But it has been their runners at ground level, North Melbourne, Romero, Rock, Laidley and Stevens, that are giving them the advantage.
And we see a number of Carlton players changing boots while Jared was speaking there. Williams and Stevens not losing any love. Now, was this a point or was it not a point? It seems to go out of bounds. There's the ball.
Out of bounds.
As we thought. And it was given a behind. So if it, in fact, it's a 1-point result, could be interesting.
Well, here he is. This man has really improved. Anthony Stevens, terrific endurance.
Third quarter from the MCG, 26 points the difference in favour of North Melbourne. And that light rain is not falling anymore. It's quite heavy rain. German.
Clarkson on 2 for North Melbourne, and he's covering Williams.
Archer. And mark taken by Sexton in the last line of defence. Over the head of McAdam. And Bill Hanna chips in to take the mark right on the boundary line.
Schwash looks as if he's in the forward pocket, being picked up by McKay.
All North Melbourne. Glenn Archer, who had his number taken in the first half for an indiscretion. Use of language to field umpire Cameron. Allison. Thankful for those long sleeves under these conditions now. Long mark. Couldn't hold it. Not really surprising. Schwash, will he go off the ground? No.
He doesn't look too good. I wonder how good he is. He doesn't look to be running too well, Schwash.
He usually runs very quickly, doesn't he? One of his strengths, certainly. So right forward pocket. Boundary throw in. Madden palms down to Gleeson. Offloaded. Hogg went to go off the ground. Williams was down there with his hand, so he decided against that. And it will be a ball up about 15 to 20 metres out from goal.
There's Greg Williams. They've been running the players in tandem. I think that was Alistair Clarkson picking him up.
Well, that's
now.
his 4th opponent for the night, Peter.
Well, is it 4th or 5th? I think it might even be his 5th, as we see Carey trying to grab it out of the ruck. He's been brilliant. Christo was grabbed when he didn't have it. They race in after now. The North Melbourne player, Romero, dived on top of it. Really didn't make an attempt to get it out. Jose?
That's Archer down on the forward line for North Melbourne, number 11. There he is on screen, left to screen. Has played down forward on previous occasions.
Peter Cameron and David Howlett officiating. Peter Cameron, game number 300, a fantastic effort. Congratulations to Peter. There's Rock, free kick. Holding the man.
Right in front of the umpire.
He knocked the ball on and then was grabbed high. No doubt about it.
See there, Christo just lacks the poise of a defender at the moment. And Christo. Well, Roberts is also, he's been moved from the forward line. That's Mark Roberts for North Melbourne. He's at centre-half back on Spalding. So they've got a little bit more height up on the forward line, or back line, North Melbourne.
Anthony Rock for his first goal of the game, and he puts it right through. Well, that's going to make it difficult for Carlton now, because North Melbourne scored the first goal of the third term. 14-8 plays 9-6.
Well, he does make a few mistakes down on the back line. Christo, you can see there, that's just not on. He made a couple earlier in the game and handballed. But that goal really did hurt Carlton.
Brock's first goal, Hannah. Roberts at centre half back. But a couple of good goals in the first half. Pounced on mistakes of Carlton defenders. Made the most of his opportunities. Silvani punches. German kicks. McKay, that's out of bounds on the full.
Yes, the umpires picked it up.
So free to North Melbourne.
Well, luckily for Carlton, it's a left footer going to take it.
Oh, it's unfortunate, that, isn't it?
A difficult shot for Schwass, Pete, being a left footer.
Especially with the rain still falling. Very greasy conditions now.
He's going to do something fancy here, I think.
Right on the boundary line. Coming straight in. Kicks a goal and was missed by a considerable margin. In fact, it's not even a score, is it? It's out of bounds, so Sexton will kick it back. And that break now that North Melbourne enjoys in excess of 5 goals is looking larger by the minute. Sexton. The boundary line with his kick. No mark taken. Shaw tries to brush off the defender. Clarkson's kick. Few of the skills perhaps have gone out of the game now. We've got some real wet weather football.
Well, actually, this will suit North Melbourne because we noticed earlier how they push the ball on. They'll kick it on the ground, they'll handball it in front of goal, they'll push it on towards goal. So this type of thing will suit their play if they keep moving it in the same way.
Well, great use of the body by Williams then to shoot it out to Peter Dean. Dorotic couldn't mark, sock it off the ground. Now, Michael Martin doing the shepherding. It's a loose ball, though Allison couldn't pick it up. A chance for Carlton now. Ratton gets it back to Kernahan. Kernahan a quick kick to the pocket, and it bounces just before the line, but conditions very difficult for forwards in this situation. It'll certainly suit the backman. So Steve Kernahan has kicked 3. Wayne Keir has kicked 3 for North, and Adrian McAdam has kicked 3 again. Johnny Longmire has kicked 2, and Mark Roberts has kicked 2. Now Kernahan doing the ruck work. At the back was Stevens. Sock it off the ground. Mark the Dorotic. Not pay. Didn't travel the required distance. That was Spalding. Now Ross Smith breaks the tackle. Good hand pass to Michael Martin. Martin caught. Gets in a hand pass. On to Roberts. Mark Roberts brings it to the half-forward line. Christo and Silvani combining. Punched down by Christo. There's Big Justin racing after Archer. Hand pass gets on to Ramiro. And Big Justin was lumbering after his opponent then. And I will not be backing him in the Stall gift next year.
Is he running?
Mashenko does battle with Madden. They've had a great duel all night. Rock went without it. Williams. Archer. Centering kick from him. No mark taken. Schwass. Will he get clear? Gives it to German. German from 35 metres out goes at goal and kicks it. So Germans kick 1 goal too, and North Melbourne steam further ahead. 38 points the difference.
Russell Green there on screen. Here's Archer, start on the forward line. Good centering kick, opening up the face of goal. And Schwass getting away, despite the attention. Getting it across to German. His first.
North Melbourne by 38. As the rain tumbles down, even Greg Williams has the fumble. Now he's caught. Off the ground by Clarkson. To the half-forward line. Schwass keeping the ball in front of him. Shuffles it out to Ramiro. Good ball handling skills. Now it's Anthony Stevens bringing it back in front of goal. Longmire and over the back Allison. Another goal to North Melbourne. Great play. Now North Melbourne are on fire. They cannot do a thing wrong because they want that football and you can't beat that. 16-8 to 9-6.
10 North Melbourne players have kicked goals, Don.
Yes, and here it is, the setup again. Stevens, who just keeps on running. Tremendous endurance. And there he is off the wing, Ellison. He took a big mark here a couple of years ago.
Wasn't that a spiggy? I don't think he'll be taking one like that tonight. I don't think anybody will now.
And his dad's here tonight, Pete, Tommy Ellison.
Club stalwart at North.
Yes, a good half-forward flanker.
Now, Ramiro can't handle it. Carlton have got to get a couple of scores on the board quickly. Diulio's kick high, really to the advantage of any of his teammates. And Roberts, well, he told me a couple of weeks back he'd play anywhere as long as he's in the side. He's in defence at the moment after kicking goals in the first half. In fact, I think he said centre half back would be his preferred position. Christo takes the ball over the boundary line. He was going to go Roberts a hand pass that resulted in one of his goals in the first half. Bradley, who had his number taken for an indiscretion. Cadham, here's Roberts again. Lands it inside 50. Cadham with a flyer. Silvani with the punch. Ratton went for an off-the-ground shot. Back to Fraser Brown. On to Williams, looking for somebody to give the hand pass to. Sees Spalding, gets it back to Williams. Better get a hand pass from him, put him under pressure. And Carlton making a few mistakes now. Ratton. Fairley and Dorotich. The tackle is the kick slew off the side of the boot. That's out of bounds on the full. And
so that's the difference in the sides. You know, North Melbourne work really hard when they haven't got the ball. The tackle on Dorotich in by Fairley caused the ball to go high. The way that Roberts took an easy mark on centre wing here was because Bradley was tackled coming off the half-back flank. You've got to put pressure on them. That's what they're doing when they haven't got the ball, and they're forcing Carlton into mistakes because Carlton think the pressure's going to be applied. They've got to get rid of the ball quickly.
Gleeson and Stevens clash.
Good umpiring, Peter Cameron.
Clarkson gave the hand pass out. Will Harris kicking right across the front of goal.
Peter, Adrian Gleeson took a complete dive, staging for a free kick there, and Peter Cameron, experience, didn't fall for it.
Well, they have umpired pretty well tonight, haven't they? I think we all agree on that. They've certainly been on to just about everything. Martin and Kernahan, two number fours, do battle again. Williams has the ball underneath him. North players looking for a free kick. That'll be a bit tough. And it
See
will
how
be a
they're
bounce.
going down. Stevens now. Stevens was involved earlier. He's up on the back line now. He's prepared to run. He's picking up Bradley, so they both run a bit.
Michael Martin with the back flip on towards Ross Smith, and he just calmly taps it over the line, trying to not make it too obvious. There's Rowan Welsh had to warm up, but then again it's a problem for Carlton. Welsh, 6'3", 6'4", under these conditions, not the right sort of player. Now here's Ron DeLilio. He's trying to get in a hand pass to Hannah. Hannah racing back after it. Millen Hannah started it on Keary. In towards the pocket again, the pressure was there. And Ross Smith able to just punch it over the line for a behind to Carlton. 16-8, plays 9-7. And if Carlton get out of this one, it will be one of their greatest victories of all time, I would think.
Well, it's a pretty handy lead under these conditions. Smith kicks in to the edge of the square. Madden, a juggle. Eschenko, Williams is there, gets taken out of the contest. Carlton have got to get something happening pretty quickly. Otherwise, they'll be well and truly down the gurgler. Dean, centering kick from him. Fairly out in front of Dorotich, comes away with the football. Carey, Silvani, Gleeson does the shepherd. Past Ramiro, onto Diulio. Laidley, well tackled, loose ball. German, nearly a throw. Ramiro, Clarkson off the ground. In the Stevens direction, the boundary line is too close though, it's out of bounds. We're in front of that section of the hacked Great Southern Stand. Thankful for the cover, those that are under it. Not much rain in Melbourne lately. Williams, at the head of German, onto Hannah. A real up and under job, and the travel's about 40 metres.
Now there's a holding. The umpire was there, Cameron.
Heaver and Smith with Welsh. Still Smith. And still he goes. Well done by the Rouge veteran. Two Carlton players are there, Kernahan and Hannah. Neither could take it. Kicked off the ground. Silvani tries to trap it, tries to get it to a teammate, and he's looking like in Christo, but it comes to Kernahan.
Quick kick by Kernahan, a half forward. Stevens and Bradley. Umpire calls play on. trying to soccer it there with Williams. Caught with the ball, Delilio. Oh, a wild kick by Stevens, almost collected Greg Williams. The kick comes out to Peter German. Oh, they're desperate, North Melbourne. The half forward, McAdam, hip and shoulder. Still going. Well done, McAdam. On to Rock. Rock taps it on. Gleeson in after it. Umpire calls play on. And now umpire David Howlett will come in. And good umpiring. Well, under these conditions to let it go, Don.
Yeah, but there was a free kick there, but he was just caught wrong.
Caught.
Look, see, the player dropped the ball.
Well, holding against him, you felt, did you? Well, here's Ramiro on the left foot. In towards full forward. McKay goes to ground. You've got to try and get it out. Here's Dean. Oh, Sexton. He ran into a brick wall. North Melbourne players everywhere. Now Allison. Look at them coming in like flies. And they lock it in there in that forward pocket. And Carlton not getting any easy kicks.
Say that again.
It happens too often, this kicking off the ground by North Melbourne. It's obviously a planned thing.
That'll be out of bounds.
There was a couple of dangerous ones actually in that pack back there.
That's the way you do it. If the umpire can get away with it, good luck to you.
Greg Williams nearly had his head. He just missed him.
Interesting how the game has changed since the rain started to fall. Christo, Rock's there, Hogg, Dean with the kick, up to Bradley, couldn't take it. Hogg again.
Ooh.
Bradley and German.
Ooh.
Brown gives the quick hand pass, back to Bradley, on to Williams. Williams from right half back.
Free kick.
There's a free kick,
Holding,
surely.
yes, Peter Cameron's plucked that. No doubt about it. Dorotic and Fairley having a good deal. Dorotic on right centre wing. As I said moments back, Carlton needing something to happen. Ashenko can't take it. Martin does the shepherding for Laidley. Kick straight across the ground, they're out of bounds on the other side. And the throw-in will be 55 metres out from goal. But might as well be 55 miles at the moment, the way they're going.
Hasn't Dean Laidley been a great pickup for North too? A ready-made AFL player.
Certainly has. He's done everything that they would have desired. Clarkson, quick kick. And North Melbourne now playing good wet weather football.
Well, there was a couple of seasons there, Pete, where Dean Laidley was just a regular player. There's Earl Spalding on the bench, but a regular player every week for the Eagles till he did his knee.
So he come back well. Fitted extremely well into this North Melbourne side. Schwass, this is where the hand pass. Scholl. Scholl's kick up towards centre half forward. Hogg couldn't take the mark. Rock with a quick kick. Longmire. McAdam, he'll be dangerous here. Snapshot. Oh, he's missed. One behind. He doesn't usually miss those. 3 goals, 1 a blemish. 16-9 to 9-7.
And a very forlorn looking David Park, and he not showing much emotion there. I think he realises it's going to be a very tough job. I almost said impossible then, Pete, but I better not do that.
I think they're running a three-way rover situations, North Melbourne.
Oh, he's kicked it straight to McAdam, and that was a great mark with the wet ball. I'll tell you what, he's the sort of guy who might just about kick this.
Just getting back to that rover, they've got Rock, Ramiro and also Schwash changing out of the forward pocket.
Well, Adrian McAdam, Donner's kicked free. Now, he is a great kick for goal. He is right on the boundary line. The rain is tumbling down here at the MCG, as you can see in the gutter at the back. But Adrian McAdam, an exciting player.
This will test him, won't it?
Well, he's right on the boundary line, and this sort of player you'd never write off, would you?
26-13 before tonight he kicked.
Well, he's going to run out to the right a little bit and open up the goals. There's the kick. It's across the face and hit the behind post. So it is out on the full, and Wayne Carey will be brought back. And we got a memo during the week that he must kick over the man on the mark in that situation to the half-back line. And that originally came from Bill Della to all commentators, because a lot of supporters and even commentators don't know that rule when it's behind the line down there, behind the goals.
Yeah, you've got to kick it.
You must kick over the man.
You didn't know that.
I did know that, Don. I was worried that you didn't.
It's the best out I've ever heard. Bradley. Schwass ran past, missed him. Marking contest at half forward. Gleeson robes it superbly. Kick well off target. They won't even be a score. DiUlio and Laidley. And the ball out of bounds on the other side. So Carlton just can't break through at all in this quarter. boundary throw and only about 5 metres from the behind post. So look at that stat, 91 to 51 in favour of Carlton. And Martin will be content to take it out. He is.
Pretending to run around the boundary line, but he kept going in a left direction.
Brilliant stats, but he's been solid again. It'll be very hard to score down there. Carlton certainly finding this. Welsh to Brown. Tackled by Scholl. Real wet weather game of football now. As the defence able to tie it up again. North Melbourne defence, that is. And it'll be a bounce 25 metres out from goal. And the umpire, Peter Cameron, indicating let's throw it in the air now. Indicating the amount of rain we've had so far. Kick out of the defensive area by Rock. Comes up towards midfield. Dean. Still on the bench for Carlton, which surprised many. Long shot in towards goal, off the hands, and through for one behind.
Gee, it's hard for forwards under this situation. 16-9 to 9-8. Just so difficult for forwards to handle that ball with a backman coming at you and fisting it away.
Melbourne have handled it pretty well, Peter, and and the rain's been tumbling down in this third quarter, so their forwards can handle it. It's a matter of and it's a mind thing, my friend.
Thank you, Don. Doctor of Philosophy, Don Scott. As the kick off the ground. Now there's Peter German. Oh, nearly kicked his own man. Then Roberts off the ground. That was good play. Oh, there's Carey. On towards Ramiro. 2-on-2 battle down here. Longmire in front. It's a loose ball. Peter Dean. I'm surprised he doesn't start each week, Peter Dean. Kick the Ratton. On to Mackay. Andrew Mackay. Been one of Carlton's better players. Silvani. Long kick. Marcus dropped there by Heaver. Heaver on the left foot around the corner. Back with the flight of the ball they go. Bradley. DeLulio. Ron DeLulio off the side of the boot in towards the pocket. Up they go. It's thumped away by the North defence. Fraser Brown trying to break the tackle. Good tackle by Scholl. Now DeLulio a chance. As he kicks in towards goal, it floats. And it floats to the right for a behind.
Did you just see Justin Madden going down to the forward line? Remember in the first quarter, Oshenko taking the mark and goaling. Well, now Madden's trying it, and it has been doing it the past couple of seasons, so it's nothing new. And Oshenko equalled the task going with him.
7 goals the difference. Smith to bring the ball back again. Who's finding goal very, very hard to get under this very slippery MCG surface. Milhanna, too far out to score there. A couple of kicks from goal. Smith with a good punch away. Heaver, was he taken high? No, says the umpire. Scholl spins out. Excellent hand pass onto Ian Fairley.
Actually, Schwash is going off too. I think he's injured. And Dwyer's coming on. Dwyer's going to the forward pocket.
Free kick going Carlton's way. And now it's Silvani. Silvani kicks to half forward, and Martin takes the mark in front of John Dorotich. Right across goal, Laidley the target. He would have had better.
It was interesting just watching Welch on that occasion. He's signalling for the ball to go long. Now, that's either inexperience or you're there hoping. You've got to get in front on a wet day because the ball's going to drop. And Martin, equal to the task, went out and met the ball.
Rock goes off the ground. Get it very far. Ratton, Allison. Now it is out of bounds. Home in the wet conditions. Melbourne on top in that department. Out of the centre. Rock. Quick kick again, doesn't go very far. Scholl falls into his opponent. Picked up by Gleeson. 25-metre kick down to inside 50. Dorotich, will he give it to Heaver? No.
Should have kicked it himself.
And away didn't give it to Heaver. Diulio with Laidley. It's going to be hard for him because Laidley certainly applying pressure. Diulio has to go away from goal. Finally gets it to Heaver. Century kick from him, intended for and finding Craig Bradley, who marks in front of Stevens.
That was a good kick by Diulio, wasn't it?
Great play by Diulio, but I thought Dorotich originally handball to a man who was covered when he could have run in himself. Admittedly, he was on his right foot. Craig Bradley, 10 kicks and 14 handballs. Will kick with this wet ball from about 45 metres. There's the kick to the right. It is not Carlton's night, and I would say they cannot win this game under these conditions. way north of playing.
They needed to be a little bit closer, didn't they, before the rain came? Would have had a chance.
Ross Smith having a fine season, as we said earlier. Straight up the centre of the ground. It clears the offensive zone. Good thinking. There's Stevens diving on it. He's got to make an attempt to get it out now. Good umpiring. Great umpiring, Peter Cameron. He pulled it in and didn't make an attempt to get it out. Had to be holding the ball.
North Melbourne getting the numbers now, Peter. Look, that's a 3-on-1 situation on that full back line. Now it's a 5-on-2.
Brent Heaver, slightly off the side of the boot, made it difficult, but a good attempt by Welsh.
It's not that much closer to goal, is he? About 20 metres, but the angle.
Well, he's a great kick though, Rowan Welsh, Don.
Right, Michael Martin just caught napping just for that fraction. You could see that on screen. Just hesitated.
Yeah, this guy would probably be almost the longest kick in the side. He'll have to kick from 45 metres. Beautiful looking drop punt. Have a look at that for a kick. Great goal. So Rowan Welsh didn't let me down after the big rap I gave him, Pete. Top goal.
Still a long way behind, aren't they, Don?
Actually, we see this on, but I reckon North Melbourne's bench is going to be depleted because Rock's gone off now. Larkin's come back on. Now, I don't think they'd have a bench to call on because Schwash has also gone off injured. Another change, Dorotich going off for Carlton and Spalding coming on. It's going to be an interesting situation.
Goal by Rowan Welsh making the difference, 35 points. Just over 4 minutes left in the third term. Allison and Ratton. Ratton gets there first. Carlton really needs something before three-quarter time. Laidley's quick kick, marked by Dwyer. At right centre wing. Son of Laurie. Oh, Carey, great mark, good use of the body at half forward. And we've said earlier tonight the informed centre half forward of the season. Who would argue torpedo punt kick? Oh, guess who's marked it? The cannon. No, you wouldn't bet on him not kicking it either.
But have a look at that for a little bit of experience. He's only played a few games. Look how far he's encroached coming out to the centre of the ground to open up the goal face.
Nice try.
And that mark is called reading the play, isn't it?
Yeah. We run around. He's kicked 3-1 so far. 29 goals for the year. Only 4 matches. Very close to the man on the mark. Oh, hit the post. So 3 goals, 2. His tally for the evening. 16-10 to 10-10. 6 goals the difference. Gerard Healy.
Yeah, young Matthew Rock has come off. He's got a corked left hip, and I think it's an injury aggravated that was caused last week against the Crows. He came off, well, he limped off at the end of that game. Swass is up and running on the boundary. I think it was just a matter of getting some fresh legs onto the ground when he was removed.
Dwyer to Larkin, who resulted in another North Melbourne score though. Matthew Larkin, former captain at the club. I think was captain for 3 years.
Just came off the Pete just came off interchange bench replacing Rock. Larkin.
3 best and fairest as well, and with kicks like that, who could argue?
A very skilled player is Matthew Larkin. His first goal for the night, but he did a beautiful handball early on. Very quick in the head. Making sure of his presence with that goal. Let's hope he goes on because he's been down in form. It might be just a bit of a kick along he wants.
Well, North Melbourne extend the lead to 7 goals. They're doing it well. Greatly improved team. Quick kick by Peter German. Lands in the hands of Andrew McKay. And McKay to Ratton. Ratton to the half-forward line. Chance for the Blues. Heaver couldn't mark. Good play by Heaver. But Scholl was there to smother it. Heaver again was linked. Now Hannah. But the ball will come back. Peter Cameron, that was a goal. Peter Cameron's going to pay this. He was going to bring it back. Good umpiring by Peter Cameron. Paid the advantage. Changed his mind. Goal to Carlton. That's the way to do it. Because he was off and running, Hannah.
In actual fact, that's Hannah's first goal for the year. He's been playing as a back man. He's been shifted down. Hasn't had the best of nights, Hannah. And he'll finally come out. Scholl not being able to control it. Spills out of Heaver's hands. A free kick going to Heaver, but the advantage paid.
That was good umpiring. He was going to bring it back, and then he saw it was to the disadvantage and went on with it.
48 career goals to Milhana in 115 matches. Ball comes out to centre wing. McKay having trouble picking up the greasy ball. Can't get past Stevens. Scholl looks for a free kick. Off the ground, Williams. Ratton and Carey. Carey an underground hand pass. Larkin. A standing start kick up towards half forward. No mark taken by Archer. Allison. Gee, that was nearly a throw. Not paid by the umpire. He let it go. Archer, will he go off the ground? He does. Not far enough. McAdams there. Danger here.
Whoa.
Sexton doesn't know what to do with it.
Oh, what about this?
Yeah, what about
deliberate?
Oh, no.
That was deliberate, Don.
I thought it was just a kick off the ground.
He went straight for the line deliberately.
I thought it was.
You
Just
have a
watch
look.
this on replay.
You watch
asking a
this. He
question.
looks up. You watch. Bang! Straight to the line. Bit hard, do you think?
Yeah, I thought it.
Under the conditions, maybe. But Peter Cameron had a good view of it.
Won't buy into that one.
It was definitely deliberate. Let's face it.
Anyway, Allison's got the free kick. You're not going to alter that. 20 metres out, or off the side of the boot. Dean and Archer. Good kick by Dean. German couldn't take the mark, and it's out of bounds again. This time it will be a throw-in, about 40 metres from goal on the other side of the ground.
Carlton beat North twice last year, Pete.
By a total of 22 points. 112 to 76. North look like getting revenge tonight, don't they?
Well, we're getting close to three-quarter time. The rain's still tumbling down. Not like Melbourne weather, but great weather this year. Forward pocket, Carey and Clarkson. And eventually Archer takes it over the line. Still got time for North Melbourne to score here. 20 seconds. Carey in front. Oh, there's that big arm and fist over the top of the pack, Don. And straight over the line by big Justin Madden. And there he goes. Blocking in the Carey. Oh, Carey shoved out of it. Time clock ticks down. There's the siren. North Melbourne again holding the ascendancy at three-quarter time here. A worried looking David Parker and Rod Ashman. North Melbourne 17-10, 112 to Carlton 11-10, 76.
Thanks, Peter. Well, you would have to question Carlton's enthusiasm tonight. And here's a side really on the ropes. They've only won 3.5 victories for the season, and a side that most people expected really to go on and perhaps challenge for the premiership. Their performance tonight has lacked confidence, it's lacked desire. Really, it's been lackadaisical. And North Melbourne, well, they have shown them the way in one area where you wouldn't expect a Carlton side to be lacking, and that's endeavour. The wet ball really makes players put their bodies on the line, and Carlton haven't come up trumps in that area. They've got a quarter to redeem themselves. Perhaps they will do it. But when you look at North Melbourne, they're showing them the way in all aspects of football tonight.
Thanks, Stuart. See if you can get dry, mate. The statistics to three-quarter time, Don, and while we're looking at them, we mentioned before the match, North only had 4 days to recover from last week. Does it really matter a hoot because they're way ahead?
I've never subscribed to that theory. You regulate your training accordingly. As we look there, North Melbourne far down, not as many handballs, but what they're doing is kicking the ball off the ground more than Carlton, and that's not a stat that we can see there. But the interesting thing is, just before three-quarter time here, is Greg Williams is off the ground. Now, he went off the ground limping. He's got a nice pack on his left calf muscle. He's only had, I think it was only 4 or 5. There it is. What has he had? 4 kicks, 14 handballs, 18 possessions for the game.
Final quarter from the MCG, 112
Now,
plays,
that's a
76.
free kick, surely.
Free kick
Yes,
to
it is.
North.
It's against Madden. He just took his eye off the ball.
That was your old tactics, Don.
Well, I mean, if
Running
a
straight at him.
ruckman's propped under it like Oshenko does, that's what you do. You just keep on going. That's an unwritten law as far as ruckmen are concerned. You just never want to get caught under the ball.
McAdam right underneath the ball. And after that wobbly attempted torpedo, McAdam has kicked 3 goals too, maybe too far out to score with the wet ball. In fact, he certainly would be, unless it's a magnificent kick. But a top mark.
Well, body be underneath the ball. Chest mark, that's all you can do. Get the knee up, hug it into your chest.
I tell you what, I think he fancies himself here.
left.
Well, if
Away
you
he's
get
going
onto
back.
them, Peter, in the wet weather, they do fly, don't they?
He'd need a talk, wouldn't he, from there? He's gone back to the centre of the ground.
This is like a fast bowler's run-up. Have a look at
Yes,
it.
have a look at this
1,
for a
2,
run-up.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, gee.
Stuttering run up at the end. Won't quite make the distance. All landing just off the square. And has been rushed through for one behind to the North Melbourne score. Gerard, more news on the ex-Brownlow medalist, Greg Williams?
Yes, he has got a calf strain. He did in fact have that last week, and it was obviously a gamble by Carlton to play him. They believe now, I guess, that it's more risk having him on the ground. In fact, he could tear it, which means he'd miss 6 or 7 weeks. Better to get him off and have him right for next week.
Kernahan tries to fist it forward. Roberts, hand pass into space. McAdam off the ground. Adjusting pretty well to the wet weather football. O'Dwyer, Ramiro gets taken high, nothing for it. Dwyer again. And Sexton should take the mark and does in the left back pocket for Carlton.
Michael Sexton to the half hour. Look at this, uncontested. Mark Roberts, and David Parkin would not like that.
Is he up in the forward line now?
Mark Roberts, oh, he's gone for a booming torpedo punt. Look at that for a kick. A magnificent kick, Mark Roberts for a goal. Oh, what about that? A spiral torpedo punt kick, Don. You love those.
Well, I said earlier, if you can get onto them, they certainly do fly on a wet night. And Mark Roberts let it go. It's a magnificent kick from the edge of the square.
With a wet ball.
Well, that's what you can do if you can get onto them in the wet. They certainly fly.
He's kicked 3 goals.
That must have
Playing
been
at centre-half back too.
Did he get some pleasure out of that?
Must have been every bit of 70 metres, Pete. Unbelievable kick because he was well behind the 50-metre line.
Well, he let it go on the point of the square, Peter, so yeah, it would be 70 metres.
Incredible kick. We saw Nathan Buckley do some rippers last week at the Gabba. It was every bit as good as one of those. So a bounce, or will it be a throw up? It's the latter.
There's a free kick. Come on, umpire, pay it.
He'll pay it. I heard you, Don.
Oh, he's given it to Madden. He's got to be kidding, doesn't he?
Well, Oshenko was in front position.
Shoved, thrown out of it.
Madden's kick. 2-on-1 in favour of North. And the defence has been pretty tight. Allison from McAdam. Well up the ground now, almost with a roving condition, it would seem. He's a right half forward and in fact make that right centre wing. Also tried to talk, didn't quite get onto it. Wobbles towards Silvani. And the ball eluding him and goes out of bounds.
They're totally dispirited, Carlton.
Well, if they look at the scoreboard, it's enough reason to be dispirited. North had the big lead at half-time and the rain got heavier. So things, from nature's point of view, certainly working in North Melbourne's favour. Larkin. Quick little left footer right on 50. Longmire. Was he held? No. Runs into Hannah. Still got the football. Fresh air shot. Gleeson. Over the top. Brown. Attempted smother by Archer. No mark taken. Ratton. Hurried hand pass under pressure. Hassling all the time was North Melbourne. Allison applying a good tackle. Nothing for it. And on the point of the square, umpire Peter Cameron will bounce it.
There's just a difference in the two teams. Madden pulled his kick then. I reckon a North Melbourne player would have followed through on the kick.
Well, there's Bigashenko Stevens. Did he have it? And umpire Peter Cameron again will bounce. His 300th AFL game. Magnificent achievement by any umpire, and Peter Cameron's been one of the best. Half forward flank, McKay is there. Now Bradley, they cannot break clear, poor old Carlton. That's a holding decision, and it will go to Bradley. He gives it off to Hogg. Hogg to the centre of the ground, Laidley at the back. He's been a terrific pickup for North Melbourne. That's Spalding getting it to Ratton. The long kick in towards the forward pocket. There's Mick Martin tapping it to the line. And he'd love these conditions, Michael Martin, Don.
Well, why would he like them any more to anyone else?
Well, when it gets in there close and tight in the packs, Mickey Martin loves that.
Robertson, Kernahan. Martin again. Tries to slap or punch it out. Brown nearly caught with the football. Kernahan. A quick kick. Diulio.
Oh,
Wasn't
Diulio being held?
Certainly worth asking the question. Hannah. One was after it on the other side of the ground. Paddling it out.
Hannah is.
That'll be a free kick.
Is that Spalding down there?
Carlton player hurt as Hannah takes the free. Yes, it is. Too far out to score, certainly with the wet ball. Although Mark Roberts would disagree with you. He's also gone for the spiral punt and got onto it. And Martin punches it through for a rush behind to the Blues.
It's a pity those kicks have gone out of the game, aren't they? We've seen two magnificent kicks. If players could practice it, they'd certainly score some long bombs.
I'd love to see someone come back into AFL football and kick drop kicks. What a sensation that would be to see that brought back into the game. Here's the centre of the ground. Spalding. Now Christo. It's kicked straight to Larkin. Larkin to the half-forward line. A loose ball is with Dwyer. Anthony Dwyer, son of Laurie Dwyer. Oh, the marker's dropped there by Longmire. No free kick. Quick kick was by Sexton, and he found Ratton, and the North supporters felt there should have been a free to Longmire.
Gleeson marks on centre wing in front of Dwyer. It's for the Ulio. Was it Sexton out there? It's Sexton in the rain. Welsh in front. Kernahan. Heaver. And runs out of room. Nearly ran out of bounds. Back to Gleeson. Oh, they're going the long way home. Ratton. Finally, a quick kick by Heaver into the pocket. Martin will punch it out yet again. Relishing the conditions. I agree with you. I think
they're trying conditions. These trying conditions.
Made for backman.
Yeah, that's right. Martin, one of the toughest in the business. Madden with the Schenko. Schenko taps it down, gets it back himself. Some aerial ping pong here. Brown tries to get it out. I think it's Brown at the bottom of that stack up. Yes, it is. Oh, I guess a little bit of luck going North's way with the rain, but gee, they've made the play. They've been the better dry weather side and they've been the better wet weather side. Diulio, has he infringed lately? No. Hannah. Runs nearly out of room, right on the boundary line. Has a shot. Gee, that's not a bad sort of an effort. What's he done with that? He's got it. Oh, great goal.
Well, he didn't kick a goal coming into this game for the year, Melham Hannah, but he's kicked two, and they've been both magnificent goals. The other one on the run in the third quarter. Look at this one. Fantastic.
600 Olympic stand, please. And Michael Bradley.
Great effort, wasn't right on the boundary line.
Terrific. Got himself out of trouble.
The margin now 6 goals after that terrific goal by Hannah. Carlton fighting hard. Now, was that a push from the back to Laidley? Umpire calls play on as Matthew Hogg.
Laidley's hurt himself too, Peter, in the square.
Well, the Blues are mounting some sort of a charge here as it comes across to Fraser Brown. Up the half-forward. They need a couple of quick goals to give themselves any chance whatsoever. There's DeLulio trying to get it wide. Kernahan doing the shepherding and sock it off the ground.
So that's the difference. Look, Carlton were trying to set something up. Roberts comes through straight off the ground with the ball. I mean, you've got to go in after it, and that's what North Melbourne have done all night.
Half-forward for the Blues. Jose Ramiro off the side of the boot. Brent Heaver. Oh, smothered magnificently down there, and it looked like Scholl, was it?
Smith
or Stevens?
Smith.
So it was terrific play by North. And backmen are pretty desperate. As we see Kernahan using his body well. Ramiro gets in a hand pass. Here's Laidley, who looks to be all right now. Laidley to wide open spaces. Brett Allison dodging and weaving. A left foot kick to the centre of the ground. Plenty of options. Dwyer. Oh, bad hand pass by Dwyer, but it comes off to Larkin. Again, Dwyer to the half-forward line, Silvani. And he's done pretty well in the finish on Carey. Carey great early. It was too good for Hannah. Silvani, dangerous hand pass with a wet ball. Ratton back to Silvani to centre wing. Schenko couldn't mark. Hogg, he went past it. Sock it off the ground as Don Scott loves to see. Almost a free kick, McAdam. Yes, in the back. And the kick will come back to Adrian McAdam at the 50-metre line.
Well, can he kick it to him?
Well, he tapped it on, then played for the free, and then copped it across the back with the legs.
Giving away a few, I'll try that again. A few free kicks, Christo.
Well, he's kicked 3 goals, Adrian McAdam. He took a long time about his last shot for goal, which didn't make the distance. Again, he's taking the fast bowler's run up. Now, he might be a chance this time. A mercurial player, this man. Brother of Gilbert, the St Kilda star. From 50 metres, Adrian McAdam kicks it out to the right. It'll lob up there and forced over the line from behind to North Melbourne. 18-12 to 12-11.
Silvani to kick in.
3 goals through to McAdam. Hasn't kicked a goal in the second half. All those goals coming in the first half.
A very valuable player up forward and making the most of his opportunities.
That's good. That's all right.
Now Bradley at the back, who had his number taken earlier in the game. 2 players reported by umpire Peter Cameron tonight. Bradley again. Dorotic and Fairley. Welsh. Lovely left footer. That looks pretty good. He's kicked his second.
Well, Welsh was kicking his second. A little bit of a scuffle. Fraser Brown came in and remonstrated with Stevens. You can see Stevens there. He put Bradley down after he got rid of the ball. When Brown came in, remonstrated, hence the player's waltz.
Too much in that.
Carlton desperately trying to get themselves back in this game. They've given too big a start. 5 goals, 1, they trail. The ball hits the deck again. Laidley, a quick little kick to the half-forward line. McKay, now to Lilio. Christo. Fraser Brown, hurry kick to the half-forward line. Punched away by Fairley. McKay was there. Now Dorotic. Now Kernahan. The Blues go forward again. Here's a chance for Welsh. Now Hannah dodging, weaving. He might kick another great goal here. Oh, he's put it across the face and through for 1 behind.
A good attempt. A couple of quick goals that really make it interesting, but still 5 goals the difference. Rodney Eade and Dennis Pagan. Dennis Pagan able to turn North's fortunes around after that Foster's Cup drubbing. Ross Smith. Schenko making the lead. Goes to the outer side. Good kick too. Schenko knock on. Oh, it's all North Melbourne. Players everywhere. Martin to Roberts. Roberts has been good. Not great on the training track, they tell me, down there, but he's certainly had a good one tonight. Sexton plays a good tackle. McAdam off the ground. Oh, gee. That would have been some goal. McKay gets taken out of it from behind. Dwyer, centering kick from him. Mark needed here, none there. It's going to be a free kick. Didn't really see what that was for. Carey's going to take it. Don Scott's going to tell me.
Well, thanks for handballing, Peter.
Well, we may pick it up on the replay, but pretty hard to tell. Peter Cameron right on the spot. Let's take a look.
Well, there it is.
He's grabbed by the arm.
Yeah, before the play.
Yep. Good umpiring again.
But Wayne Carey's kicked 3-2, a chance to make it 4-2, and the game really safe for North, which he does. (19-12 to 13-12), a difference again of 6 goals as the rain pelts down at the MCG.
Well, North Melbourne have made a change. We see here the free kick. You can see there Silvani holding. They do it a lot, don't they, backmen nowadays? I was watching Sexton come out and hit the ball. He was very observant umpire that picked that up against Stephen Silvani. Swash back on 2 there. Ramiro's gone off for North.
Well, 6 goals the margin. Carey has kicked 4. Oh, was that a trip to Stevens?
What about the elbow to the head, which just missed?
Play on as Laidley to Archer. Oh, Archer's crunched in the head. Carey for goal number 5. Just pushed off balance by Silvani as he went to kick it. And the North captain was magnificent early in the game. The rain has curtailed his brilliance a little bit, and Silvani playing him like a glove. Forward pocket. Madden and Carey. Oh, look at Carey. Grabbed down by Madden. Oh, free kick, yes. Had to be a free kick to Carey. There is no doubt in the world Madden dragged him
Actually,
down.
it's very funny what Madden did then. He went in and tapped Carey on the left shoulder just before the hit out. We'd missed it. But there's a free kick going Carey's way. He didn't have hold of the ball.
So Carey's going to kick maybe his 5th goal here. There one against Silvani from a free kick a moment ago, and another free kick for holding by Madden. But this man is so clever. He just got rid of the ball before he was grabbed. And he is a very, very cunning and clever and brilliant player, Wayne Carey. Now, is it a goal?
Yes.
I think it is, yes.
5-2 to Carey. Still got 11.5 minutes to go, so 20 goals, 12 under these conditions, Don. Not bad.
I mean, I was just going to say, watch this. Look at Madden. Look, the left hand goes up to tag him on the shoulder just to get him off, so Carey will look over that left shoulder. There it is, look. Terrific stuff.
So back to the centre, Carey kicking his 5th goal. His nickname is Duck. Obviously enjoying the conditions. Last 2 from frees though. Scholl across the ground, and that's okay. Matty Larkin takes the mark. On to Laidley, who was limping a while back, but seems to be moving all right now. And Ross Smith, well up from defence. Ratton stands the mark. Smith at right half back flank. A heavy ball, not a long kick, up to half forward. Umpire plays the mark to Dean. Started on the bench tonight, Peter Dean. One of the real stalwarts at Princes Park. Coming from Bendigo. Well, who wants it? Roberts. Allison on the wing. Just can't quite handle the greasy ball. It's out of bounds. Throw-in will take place on that centre wing position with under 11 minutes now left in this round 9 match. Carlton beat North twice last year. The Roos going to get revenge tonight, it would seem. German. A fumble initially. Allison. Tap on. Gee, it's hard to handle. German and Dean over the boundary line again. North Melbourne probably making around about 20 to 25 metres.
I just looked at Brett Allison. We got a close-up shot before, but it looked like he's missing half his teeth. But what he's actually wearing is a blue and white mouth guard.
Well picked up, Don. Ratton to Kernahan. Steve Kernahan, I don't think would like these conditions.
Oh, Michael Martin, well done.
Diulio, the opportunist. That's a goal. So Ron Diulio kicking his 2nd goal for the night. 2 goals, 2 his tally. Former Box Hill player. 2012 to 14-12 the difference. Again 6 goals.
We get a shot of Martin back into the pack here. Watch Martin. Kernahan quickly on. Look at Martin go back hard there. Oh, it takes a lot of courage to do that. In actual fact, there's a North Melbourne player down at centre half back. The doctor's gone over, the trainers have gone over. There he is.
Archer.
It's Archer. Might have turned his ankle because he went in and competed with Martin when that ball came down. And Nero warming up, about to come back on.
Had brought the stretcher out. That's why there was a delay in play. The stretcher not required. It's gone off the ground. Archer will come through the interchange gates.
He'll go straight off and get the ice treatment. Now there's Madden with the left hand. Laidley trying to crash his way through. Fraser Brown hooks it in. Now if he doesn't get rid of it, it's the one when you hook it back in, and you've got to then get rid of it or you get pinged for holding the ball.
Is that right?
That is dead right, Don.
We'll get another Memo, Don.
You keep listening to me, Don. You'll learn all about this game eventually.
Well, for months you've been
As you
saying
get older.
the other way.
Well, centre of the ground. There's a quick kick by Hannah. Thumped away towards Allison. Gleeson is there, but Allison thumps it back to the advantage of big Mark Roberts. Ross Smith now. Let's see what he does. Tries to pick it up with the left. Taps it to the line, and good defensive play. Just under 9 minutes of play left in this game. A great performance by North Melbourne once again.
Official attendance tonight, 44,833. We've seen a pretty good game of football. North supporters are going to go away happy. German off the ground. Down towards Schwass. Back to Dwyer. He's been touched off the boot, that one. Silvani gets there first. Big punch to try to get it through for a rush behind, which he ultimately does, but by gee, that was close. He did it from a long way out. And he hit the behind post, so the throw-in will take place right next to that point post. 132 to 96. Madden this time with Carey. And we'll go through that again.
And you mentioned those multicoloured mouth guards before. And we'll come back to that in a minute.
Let's go down to Gerard Healy. What's the matter with Archer, Gerard?
Well, he has had a bit of a sprain to the left knee. We'll have to wait, of course, until probably tomorrow morning to find out if there is any ligamentous damage, Peter.
Ligamentous damage.
He's got a crook knee, that's what it means in English.
From the reigning world's greatest physiotherapist down on the boundary line, Gerard Healy. Goes over the back. It was Madden now. Little Matthew Hogg brings it out of defence. Thumped away back towards the line. And Hannah, who kicked the miraculous goal earlier in the quarter.
Well done, Michael Martin. You'll get him.
Good effort. It was a good effort. Stevens races back after it. You really want that football. Now, big Mark Roberts gets it to Scholl. To the half-forward line, Silvani at the back. Tap down. Matthew Hogg. Now Christo. Angelo Christo on the left foot. Right down towards half-forward, over the back. This is a chance for Welsh. Rowan Welsh, they're very big side, Carlton. Here's DeLulio on the left foot, back in front of goal.
He was
after
held.
holding onto it. Dorothy's just grabbed onto Stevens.
Go hold of Stevens then.
Yeah,
Look at Stevens going in.
Now he was caught with it. Umpire Peter Cameron calling play on, and eventually it goes over the line. There's Mickey Martin. Now, I mentioned those multicoloured mouth guards. The man who's brought those out is Andy Demetrio, former North Melbourne player in Hawthorn.
Fairley, Heaver, and Scholl. With Welsh in pursuit. He'll be too quick for him, which he is. Good kick out of defence up towards the 50-metre line. No mark taken. Heaver gets there first. Straight to Roberts, though, who has got a couple of hand passes from the opposition tonight lately, one of which he kicked a goal from. Silvani punches the ball down in front. Taps it out up to the glue pot. Lushenko's not even going to try to pick it up. Goes straight off the ground. Kernahan shovels it out to Gleeson. Oh, beautiful smother, McAdam. Madden will go off the ground. Well, it's real wet with the football now. Schwass down towards left half forward. Their first real wet day in Melbourne this year in round 9, which is not bad. Carey and Silvani. Great duel. Two of the young superstars of the competition.
McAdam going off too, Rock coming back on. Now, Rock is injured, isn't he?
Moving all right for somebody who's injured, Don. I wish I could go that quickly. Larkin. Back to, that was Clarkson. And Sexton steaming up from full back. Kicks to midfield. DiUlio and Laidley. DiUlio, for his game this year, he's done well, but he's turned it over, and Ross Smith takes them up.
Oh, it's a turnover now. Look at this. Out there, Anthony Rock, who Don said's injured, but he's moving pretty well. In towards the centre of the ground, a poor kick, straight to Gleeson, but that's Peter German. To half forward, Anthony Dwyer, underneath it now Andrew McKay. Was it a free kick that'll go Carlton's way?
He was tripped.
And it will go to McKay. A lot of clubs were keen to get Andrew McKay, and I'm not surprised. A very good player. There's a tunnel ball job straight to Gleeson. Oh, Bradley did it well, Craig Bradley. In towards the forward pocket. At the North Melbourne defenders, they have the Carlton forward very well covered.
And the rain still pelting down. Only a few minutes left. It's going to be a North Melbourne win. And really, you'd have to say that they could have won all their matches this year. Their 2 defeats have been pretty close. I know Dennis Pagan said that they should have won last week and gave it away. 2-point defeat by Adelaide as Scholl goes for the boundary line effectively. One that they'll remember later in the year, I'm sure. Their other defeat was by St Kilda, and that was way back in round 2. That was by a narrow margin as well, 7 points, I think, from memory. Martin up high. Adelson he's quick. Silvani in front of Carey. Can't take the mark. Dean gives him backup support. To Ratton. Ratton again. After failing to take the mark, makes amends. Marking contest down there. None can bring it down. Rebounds up to Matty Larkin. Gives a quick hand pass to Laidley. Like a piece of soap out there. Laidley finally picks it up well.
Good play.
And a well-directed kick under the circumstances gets it to Schwass. Schwass on left centre wing.
In towards half forward. Carey had 3 Carlton players to beat. Oh, it's a loose ball though. Socket off the ground there by Clarkson. In towards full forward. That was Sexton. Was he held? No, there's Dwyer having a kick on the left foot. But he has missed. Just slewed off the left-hand edge. Anthony Dwyer, son of former North Melbourne champ Laurie Twinkletoes Dwyer.
And brother of David.
Yeah, David was a good player for North, number 5 for a number of years. And there's Adrian McAdam having a welcome spell on the bench. Adrian kicked 3 goals for the game.
He's all in the first half.
Good play, Kernahan.
Lovely knock on. Good as a kick that. 25 metres. Brown off the ground. Ground still looks pretty good. But very wet. Smith. And ball very hard to handle. Brown again tackled by Roberts. Has to drop it onto his foot. Scholl. Brother played in the Carlton reserves earlier tonight. He's got it to Kernahan. Clarkson does well and lands it with a perfect kick to touch just inside the boundary line. So the Roos making every post a winner tonight. Started second place on the ladder. Makes it all important for the Woods tomorrow against Fitzroy, doesn't it? Game taking on mammoth proportions. The Roos have made every post a winner tonight. Wanted the ball more, especially in that vital first half. Oh, Gleeson can't handle it. Neither can Ratton. Ratton finally off the ground. And Bradley very, very tired as he lumbers after the football. And in the face, I think, didn't he?
Andrew McKay.
Yeah. And,
well, let's hope that's not a
press fracture.
A break there in the cheekbone.
Schwass. Good kick down towards right half forward. It's going to be a boundary throw in. And look at that rain. But if you're winning, it doesn't matter, Pete, does it?
No, North Melbourne supporters really in full voice now as we see the throw in. Big Madden. Gleeson. And again, even at this late stage, those North Melbourne players harassing.
Well, they've done it all night, Peter. I mean, they kick off. I mentioned it earlier. They kick off the ground, unspectacular stuff. They punch from behind, and they just keep harassing.
Well, there's Gleeson getting a quick kick out towards the boundary line, and eventually, oh no, kept in play. Oh, it's all North Melbourne. Mick Martin has a kick in towards half forward. Silvani and Carey holding, and it's going the way of Carey. 1-on-1. Silvani can't believe it. A little bit with him on that one. Let's have a look. He's got his arm locked. He's got him.
I mean, Stephen does it all the time. He's got to.
He does hold on, doesn't he?
He's got to cut it out of his game. The umpires are going to be red hot.
Oh, and he's saying a few things to the North Melbourne player as well.
What's he saying?
Well, I won't repeat, but I'm a good lip reader.
He's just got to point at the scoreboard, doesn't he?
But he did grab his arm, as you can see by the replay, and up by David Howlett, right on the scene. So Wayne Carey very happy. He's kicking for goal number 6. I was just thinking Silvani had done a fair job in the second half in the wet. He's kicking for goal number 6, the North Melbourne captain, and I think he's missed it to the right. He has.
Well, his last 3 kicks have come from free kicks, haven't they, Carey? All for holding.
Well, they were all there, Don. I don't think we disputed that.
I'm not denying that.
Sexton kicks in the last minute of the match here at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. Really 2 distinct halves, dry football, and then a quagmire, but a very wet game of football as the Roos run out. Easy winners at the end over Carlton. The Blues beat them twice last year, and the youngest captain in the competition is pretty happy, and why shouldn't he be? They've come back pretty well after only 4 days rest from Football Park last week. A real danger game for them, but they certainly answered their critics. And North Melbourne, before 44,000 fans, taking the points. Good game of football, wasn't it? Because we had great skills in the first half, and then they handled the wet weather in the second half just as well.
Yes, I thought North Melbourne were just a far more accomplished side. They were far more determined than Carlton, and Carlton have got a big problem. They're too top heavy, and if they hit the heavy grounds, they're going to have a lot of trouble.
Let's go to Gerard Healy.
Yes, Dennis, well, a great win under those circumstances.
Oh, it was terrific. The players were superb. The defensive and pursuit skills, the tackling and shepherding and smothering and chasing was superb, and I'm really proud of each and every one of them. It was a great win. We've come off 5 days and everyone told us how hard it was. We were very positive about it. We knew we could do it, and all the players should take all the credit. They're sensational tonight.
Well, you did say that you weren't worried about the short rest. How did you change the training
we made our plans 2 or 3 weeks ago. We went for a swim Monday night. We trained for 20 minutes Tuesday, 20 minutes on Thursday night, and our blokes run out very hard towards the finish.
Hope you're not getting paid by the hour.
No, we're not.
Good on you, Dennis.
Thanks, Jerry. Good on you, mate.
Dennis Pagan, a very popular coach in the AFL. He's been able to turn around North Melbourne's fortunes, and they're going to take a big, or have a big say in the premiership this year, 2014 to 14-12.